Although we need each other, things have changed. It's not the same. Sometimes it makes me wonder, where would I be? You had discovered which I did.
All right, let's see who we started with. Hi. All right, we'll start with Virgo. Then we'll go to Leo. I meant Libra. All right, we'll start with Virgo. Virgo, you may want to go back to something and or fix a situation. It's like before something is ended for good, or before something is completely written to stone, or before like you feel like you have to transition, you want to make sure that there's nothing else you can give to the situation. All right, what's going on with Virgo? Maybe you know that something could be healed and or fixed. Yeah, you can. You look, okay, well, let me show you that I can be consistent and or practical, where I can be reliable. But somebody feels like you're breadcrumbing them right into some type of sadness and or disappointment. Maybe it started off as like, okay, well, yeah, maybe I can be patient, or maybe we both can improve. But through this process, they became sad. They feel like, okay, well, the way that you move or the way that you do something is still the same. So they're not ready to take a chance to take another offer. They're ready to move forward with someone else. And you may be sad by this. Yeah, because you feel like, okay, well, I am following my heart. I do really have this desire. And maybe now you're in your head too, because you want to figure out, well, who else are they talking to, or who's giving them some type of confidence or some type of new idea. To know that whatever that y'all have is, you know, short-term and or unhealthy. Somebody also feel like you're not doing something when it comes to your frustrations, or how you plan, or how you make a payment, or you don't do something causes some type of burden. They feel exhausted by this, or maybe this is what happened in the past. So it's like, even if we sleep together, something about oral sex, it's like, okay, well, even if you offer me oral sex or whatever the case may be, there is still some type of burden, and you're not really ready to learn, or you're still not trying to help with some type of isolation when it comes to your struggle, or you're walking away from having some type of structure for yourself. Okay, so this is why somebody is walking away. They're trying to go towards something that they feel like is more practical. All right, what else for Virgo? You may be able to play soon and or just do something that's familiar. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go back and go golf. I'm going to go play baseball. There's something that you used to do, or I'm going to go bowling. I'm going to go skating. There's something fun. And this gives you some type of momentum, or this allows you to have some type of excitement and or just release your thoughts. You feel supported and or throughout this process, you kind of get back into your own energy. There also could be somebody, a child or somebody that's around you that's going to send you a message. They're like, okay, well, let's support something that's being balanced. Let's do something, you know, let's get married, or let's be committed. I mean, this may be somebody that you feel like they see you as a solid provider. They see you as someone who's very sensual, and you're ready to have a family with this person, or they're going to tell you that you are. But your family, like your blood family, may discover something and like, okay, well, you need to move on when it comes to this person. I don't know, if someone lost a child, or there's some type of loss of emotion when it comes to this person. Somebody could be dating somebody else. Or somehow someone is married, or they're still connected. It's like, yeah, well, you want to date this person and maybe y'all could be together, but they still are connected to someone else, or they're going to have you juggling. So somebody in your family may tell you no when it comes to someone in particular that you feel like you can adapt to. All right, last message for Virgo. I don't know why these commercials is just like that. I don't like that. All right, so you could be wanting to watch TV or watch something that's like something that's interrupting you, or something that's bothering what you normally do, or it's like, okay, well, I still want to make sure that I'm in a good environment, or I'm still able to have some type of contentment. There's somebody that you're having some type of family with. This could be a Pisces, a Scorpio, or Sagittarius, a Capricorn. Either you have a family with them, or they're actually in your family. Somebody could be celebrating some type of career opportunity and or how they're able to move forward. They're leaving behind some type of new perspective and or something that they had to surrender. And maybe they're like, okay, well, I have some type of value or finances now. And they're becoming emotionally detached because they feel like there's some type of gossip and or scandal, or this will lead to some type of confusion if they remain in the situation. There could be some type of scandal that's coming out. And maybe either you're learning about it or somebody already knows. I don't know, Virgo. You could have been dealing with multiple people, but there's a Virgo, a Libra, a Pisces, a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, a Cancer. There's other people that knows about whatever this scandal is. And somebody who's in their emotions by it. This Pisces could be in their emotions by it. This Scorpio. There's a Taurus out here. And you. Maybe this Taurus feels like, okay, well, I had some type of intuition and or fear something was going on when it comes to a scandal. And so they felt like you were either ignoring them or putting them on the back burner. So they kind of moved on or focused on work. Then there's a Scorpio that feels like you left them kind of hanging and or decided to move on. There's a Sagittarius that's trying to take some type of action when it comes to their family and or the career, but they could feel stuck. They got some type of anxiety and or they're trying to figure out, they're looking up too much information when it comes to how they can do something by themselves. But again, they got caught up in the scandal as well. Watch who you're around, Virgo. All right, let's get y'all confirmations. We ain't gonna be on y'all all day. All right, something won't be a big deal, but it may annoy you. You could be popping out with someone new or someone else is. All right, you are exactly right when it comes to a situation. There's a family visit, or maybe you're going around someone for Christmas, holidays, or maybe an Aquarius season. There's an Aquarius that's around you that may annoy you. Somebody may be popping out new with an Aquarius, and this is somebody that's leaving you behind. You could be losing things inside of your home, inside of your car. It's something about a dentist or your toothache could be important. You could be going independent or doing something independent. You got a baby mom or baby dad that's coming towards you for good or bad reasons. All right, let's move on. Libra, what y'all got going on today? You walking away from some type of argument, or you're walking away from a situation. It's like, okay, well, I don't really want to be involved, or there's something that you don't want to be a part of. You feel like you already have everything that you need. You have some type of peace and or some type of satisfaction. You feel like, okay, well, things are kind of going the way that you need to, and or again, there's some type of positive outlook when it comes to your fresh start and or the phase that you're going into. There could be someone around. I'm not saying that they're a side chick. They could be though. Who is this? Who's a side chick for Libra? Whether you're a masculine or you're a feminine. This could be a Leo. This could be a Pisces. This could be a Leo, a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Somebody's a side chick to your situation. And maybe you feel fulfilled when it comes to this situation somehow because the person that y'all both know is giving you some type of high honor ever since you've had a child or ever since you went into a new direction. But somebody could start to be childish once they talk about a pregnancy or once they realize that they're losing hope when it comes to a situation. Somebody's going to intend for you to feel like, okay, well, this could be a wish come true, or we can still have a positive outcome. Somebody is still playing. They have some type of hidden benefits, or they're looking for some. They want to be seen as somebody who's both a husband, a boyfriend, a partner. This person could be a part of the LGBTQA community secretly. Somebody also could be like, okay, well, recreationally, I be sleeping with other people, or I be doing certain things, and now because of it, I may be trapped in or restricted when it comes to a situation. If they're not restricted, like they're going to jail, this could be like they're restricted because they have to focus on work, or they have to do certain things by the book or by some type of guideline, and so they can't play, or they don't have the same type of freedom that they once did. You actually may recognize that there's somebody else that's interested in you. And somehow throughout this process, this is going to change your expectation, because maybe initially you were going to go back to this person. It's like, okay, well, maybe we can't just walk away and it's like, I got the person, I got the trophy kind of thing. But then you realize that you're going to end up having to take care of this person. I'm not saying there's something going on with their health, but you're going to have to support them emotionally, mentally. There's a whole lot that you're going to have to unlock when it comes to this person. But then you meet someone else. You do. And that's like, okay, well, maybe this person's an old soul, or maybe we can figure out what this is, but that may end as well. But it's going to change your perspective on the person you're thinking about going back to. It's up to you, Libra. All right, what else is going on for y'all? Who is this? There could be a Cancer or a Leo that's lacking some type of confidence right now, maybe even a Virgo. They feel embarrassed and or discredited. They also feel like, okay, well, people are not really recognizing me for the things that I have done based off of the things that's going on right now. They're trying to figure out how to get out of their ego, but there's some type of lack mentality. There's some type of worry or installation. Somebody could get cold quickly. Maybe somebody needs to repair something when it comes to their heating or their AC, or I don't know, something like that. But it feels like whenever they're out of their ego, or whenever they're not around people that they can put on a show for, when they're by themselves, they're in deep contemplation, and or they feel some type of worry about, okay, well, how does anybody feel around me, or who's going to take an offer from me, or who's going to see me in a certain type of way. There's a lot of inner confusion and insecurities here. So this person could be checking in with you to see if you guys can realign and figure out, okay, well, can we get better, or can we regenerate something? Like a generator? Somebody's power may go out, or somebody may tell you like, oh, well, something at my business or my job, something's going on with my heat, or something's going on with my system. I'm like, okay, well, something which is inevitable to end, and now they feeling like they really don't have any kind of motivation to get something cleared up and or to fix a situation, because they're still trying to hold on to someone, or still trying to keep the same cycle open with flirting and seeing if that can help them. Somebody not really trying to fix it. This could be somebody that's keep going back and forth with you. All right, last message for Libra. There could be an old friend or somebody that wants to embrace you. You may just run into them while you're out. It's like, oh, I didn't know you were in this city, or oh, I didn't know you were around. It's like, oh yeah, hey, how are you? So okay, I see you doing your thing, or maybe y'all still friends on social media, or there's something that y'all are still connected by. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I'm glad that you have some type of clarity or something about now. And it's like, yeah, I remember when I was going through a situation, or I was, kind of worried about it, and I didn't really have any kind of family supporting me or embracing me. And so somebody's like, okay, well, shout out to you. There could be somebody that says like, okay, well, I isolated my family, or I walked away from someone that I created a family with too. I'm single now. It's like I got some type of clarity on why I was so anxious about this person, or why they were haunting you, or why they were taunting you and causing some type of issue. It's like I set a clear boundary, or there's some type of judge and they have to be able to do certain things, or we have to talk a certain type of way so things can be practical if you choose to. You may want to reconnect with somebody that you run into, Libra. All right, anything else? Overall, it seems like you know exactly what move to make or what's next. But through this process, from time to time, you get in your head about how something's going to end. Make sure you're not trying to be strategic about how to end somebody, cause some type of betrayal to somebody. It's like you're waiting in or anticipating on the perfect time to do something, or somebody's doing this to you. They feel like, okay, well, something is not going to be looked into. Something's not going to be investigated. Something's not going to be seen. As long as I'm hiding myself, somebody's not going to know who came clean or who did this, that, and the third. But there may be some type of challenge, and it's like, oh, wait, no, I don't want people approaching me, or maybe somebody at your job, or somehow you get caught. And this could happen at your job, or whatever the case this is. Be careful when it comes to whatever you're trying to do if it's strategic. Especially if it's against somebody else. All right, you were there doing too much. Nobody fumbled you. They escaped. It's giving you're not bossy. You're just the boss. You do need to go and stretch and or just move your body. Something about DV, domestic violence, could be important. Be careful when it comes to this situation. A comedy show could also be important. Maybe you're going out just to relax, and this is when you meet someone else, or you run into someone that you already know. This is a good time to take that break. Somebody introduce your kids to them too early, or you introduce your kids to someone else too early. Money is coming, but you also going to meet someone who wants more than one marriage, or who's in one. This could be happening in Sagittarius season. Somebody envies you, so just remove yourself. You're definitely going to be able to pinpoint who a hater is. Something about your neighbor could be important, and or Pisces seasons when you're learning about them or talking to them. All right, let's see. Who's next after Libra? Scorpio. We're going to Scorpio. What's the message for Scorpio? All right, Scorpio, you need to look at your long-term view right now. Look at your finances. Look at how you want things to play out. You also need to invest in some time to relax and or just have some like peace and quiet. Maybe you're always around kids or other people, or you're always on the go. You're going to need to persevere through whatever situation that this is. And this is going to teach you how to have some type of compassion for yourself and or focus. But you also need to kind of retreat right now when it comes to doing things publicly or being around certain people. So that way you don't feel like, okay, well, people are going to say things impulsively or have you in your emotions or confused. You also may invest in something that you feel like you can focus on, right? So it's like you may want to go back to school. There's a hobby. There's something that you want to do that you feel like somebody else don't have any kind of control over, or maybe this is a business, or you feel like, okay, well, I don't want this to be something that's like super forced. You just want to have fun with it and see where it goes. This may help you kind of be able to relax and or figure out who you are when you're not at work or when you're not, again, around kids or family. This will help you when it comes to some type of clarity. You could be around an Aries, a Virgo, a Leo, a Taurus, a Libra, or another Scorpio. Especially if they're a masculine. This person lacks some type of discipline and or they're controlling the narrative when it comes to their stability. And maybe you're already working with this person, or you know that what's going on. So you have some type of clarity that this person is feeling down and or they're overly optimistic about how they can get through some type of suffering. It's like, oh yeah, well, this won't be an issue. Oh yeah, this will just be easy. We can just reach out, or we can just, create some type of hope, some type of secret and or fear when it comes to a situation. And you're like, yeah, this is not going to work. Somebody is like, okay, well, we can see if somebody's unbalanced or they don't feel like they can handle a situation. But then they're actually very confident and or independent. They have some type of focus, which causes some type of sadness or regret to someone that was overly, they was aiming too high when it comes to the situation. Somebody could say, oh, well, someone's going through a bad cycle and or some type of bad luck because they're a smoker, or they were doing something they were overindulging, or they shouldn't have supported something or gave into something too long, but maybe they ignored it. It's like, okay, well, you can't say something about this person now when it's been about 6 years, or you can't wait, and do something now. It just is what it is. You ignored it when it was happening because you were recovering or you were doing it with them. I don't know what that's about. All right, what's going on with Scorpio? So there could be an older woman. Somebody could, I'm not saying you're losing someone, so I don't want to say my condolences, so I stop myself. But you could be worried about somebody's health. This could be a mother figure, somebody who's older than you, a grandmother, or just somebody who's like, okay, well, they could be getting checked on, or they need to go for a checkup or a follow-up appointment. You could have a grandma that's in like a, I don't want to say a nursing home, but y'all know those little, it's like a facility for older people, and they got their own little like community, or they got their own little, it's not like a trailer, but like an apartment or something like that. They could be seeing some type of improvement when it comes to their health. But at the same time, something is going on when it comes to the way that they communicate. They take any kind of little message of concern or any type of little like, oh, well, something's going on, as like, oh, this is like an older person that's worried about being scammed, or that's worried about any little thing when it comes to their health. It's like, okay, well, oh, this person is taking some type of medication away, or somebody is taking something out of my house, but they're just taking the trash out. And it's like, okay, well, we got to figure out what they're doing, and who is this person? They can become paranoid, even though something else with their health is getting better. Somebody also took some type of message a little too far. Maybe they were talking to someone about a situation that wasn't healthy or that wasn't feeling good. And they feel like, okay, well, I don't really know this person or whoever's involved, but I'm concerned on your expectation and or how you're going to handle this. So they thought like, okay, well, I can tell you about a creative idea, or I can paint some type of picture because you're younger, or, so that way you can have some type of innocence or a new beginning. But there was some type of judgment that was made or something that was already written that was coming towards them that made them privileged, or that made them have a new start. What does this have to do with you, Scorpio? So somehow that you could be family with this person, and or you may know the person that wants to approach them and take them on a journey. You may know somebody that wants to date them. Okay. Something about the next 10 to 15 days. The person that wants to date them could be older than the person that you know. Maybe they worked in their job for a long time, or they've been in the industry for a while. It's like, okay, well, I'm sad that I didn't offer something to them before. Now they're going to give them a gift. Why do you care? You don't want nobody spending money on somebody in your family. Or you don't want somebody to spend money on someone that you feel like you're close to because you're going through a situation and you feel captivated and or locked down by it. And you feel like whoever they're spending money on is already seen as someone who's high honored or having some type. You may know somebody that's in the military or that once was. And you're like, okay, well, they have some type of honor to them already. And if you give them some type of money when it comes to their work and or you try to commit to them, they're really not going to have some type of distance from coming back to the city or ending something that's already stable for them. I don't know. And this is how they feel about you. Flip the roles. Somebody in your business about who's going to approach you or give you some money. And they feel overloaded about their own life. What else for Scorpio? I'm telling you, something about your family could be important for sure. There could be some type of private matters that's kept quiet within the family. It's like, okay, well, let's just still see if we can make this a wish come true. We can still have this image of marriage, or we can still have this image of everything is solid. Let's make sure we can have a positive outcome. But somebody could be trying to let go of a situation. It's like, okay, well, before we let go, let's go on vacation. Let's do something that's going to shake this up. Maybe there's a family trip that you're going on. Even if this is not directly like your anniversary, right? Maybe you're going on a trip, like a destination wedding, or maybe somebody got married and they want the whole family to go and celebrate their marriage or something like that. Somebody could be going on some type of trip. It's like, okay, well, let's welcome this person into this marriage. Let's make sure, because they're a sweetheart, or, you know, they do things with good intention. They could get some type of good news while they're on this trip. But then somebody else on this trip or in the family may feel like they need some type of support. There's been a change while they were gone, or while they were deciding to do something, to something that they wanted. They thought something was going to be very well or go very smoothly, but it doesn't, because this person is not serious, or they have hidden benefits. You could have somebody else in your family that's karmic. So one person in your family is celebrating, or you're going to celebrate somebody in your family, and then somebody else in your family is going through a situation that catches them off guard because they're repeating old situations and or patterns. All right, let's see what y'all can expect the next 7 days for Scorpio. Something may be a challenge. You may feel like, okay, well, I need to stand my ground, and or I need to put all of my energy into a situation, so that way you have some type of resource and or you can get the outcome that you want. But through this, you're going to realize that you have to release control and or overcome something that you've been attached to. You don't have to let something go for sure. And once you walk away and or release whatever this is, you'll start to see, you know, who's mentally aggressive and or how you've seen it as a blind spot. So somebody may challenge you when it comes to it, right? So it's like, oh, well, I really need to use your house. I really need to use your car, or whatever the case may be. And maybe you're attached to helping someone because they're young, or because you feel like, okay, well, they can plant the seed and learn something, but they also walked away from a situation or a person that was practical, that was giving them some type of focus and or confidence. And so once you release this, or you set some type of boundary, you say no, then you start to see how somebody is mentally either intimidated and or there's some type of aggression that you just ignore because you knew them for so long. So you're going to see somebody's reaction to either being rejected or not getting what they want. The initial end could be important, first, middle, or last. Something about going up north could also be important, or finding some type of directions or GPS. Somebody could have felt like they worked all night, or they're working through the middle of the night. Somebody could, if they have their own shop, it's like, oh, why are you still here? And it's really late at night. There's a fire sign that's stalking you. Somebody could be getting convicted soon, and you may be disappointed because of this. He has somebody pregnant, but he's sleeping around. And they know that they picked the wrong one. Who is this? Let's go here. Who is this for Scorpio? Who has somebody pregnant and they sleeping around? This could be a Sagittarius. This could be an Earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, a Cancer, or Leo. Okay. So they're sleeping around with somebody else. They got somebody else who's pregnant. Who's going to be convicted? This could be you, Scorpio. Cancer or Pisces. It definitely could be a water sign. It could be a Libra, an Aquarius, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. Somebody's getting convicted for a situation. Who are you disappointed in? Maybe the same person. This could be a Gemini, a Taurus, a Leo, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a Taurus, a Capricorn. Okay. All right. Anything else? Somebody gonna want their girl back or their man back. You could be getting a tattoo or knowing someone who has a tattoo. You may have to sit your next birthday season out. You won't be feeling alone, but you may have to sit it out for whatever reason. Somebody hates that you can see right through them. You seem like complete opposite with someone that you're going to meet, but you're going to work well together. Even if this is just a co-worker, a new manager, a new management when it comes to where you live. So it's going to work very well. You could feel like you're under a time clock when it comes to a situation. So let's see, Scorpio. Will you get what you need? Yeah, you will. But there may be some type of frustration that happens. And once you release yourself from your head and or get out of this mentality, you realize it's something that's stable. But there will be some type of confusions and emotions throughout the process. Okay, so somebody buying a house or somebody's going through a divorce or whatever. And they're going back and forth in emotions. All right, let's move on. Sagittarius, let's switch decks. All right, Sagittarius, what's going on with y'all today? So you could be feeling good right now. You could be trying to focus on something that's practical. You also may know someone. This could be an earth sign, feminine. It could be earth sign, maybe an air sign. And you feel like, okay, well, I want to go show some type of love to this person. But you may end up feeling ignored. And they may be happy to ignore you for whatever reason. Because they feel like there was some type of burden or there was some type of responsibility that you didn't take when it comes to an offer or somebody being childish. I don't know what this is about. So they're going to feel like you're toxic. They're going to feel like you highlighted something or you did something that was toxic. And they're going to leave you hanging. Something about a service provider could be important. I don't know if something is disconnected and you having to be patient until something comes and get fixed. But this kind of make you mad because you feel like, okay, well, I'm stuck. I can't do any work or I can't do something until something gets fixed or something gets done. It's like, okay, well, I need this inspector to come by and inspect something for me, but I can't, move into this house or I can't do something until they come. And maybe you're going to ignore some type of happiness or positivity until you get something done. There also could be somebody around you that feels burdened because of someone else who's childish. And although this person tries to charm them from time to time, they feel like they have to be patient and balance out anything that makes them feel fixated on being stuck. What does this have to do with you? Somebody is separating from you. Somebody is literally either walking away from a friendship that they feel like is already imbalanced, or they're going to create something for themselves and they feel like, okay, well, I already have everything I need, so this is the end of this relationship. Somebody could be walking away from you. This could be an earth sign, masculine or feminine. And somehow you could feel like this is strategic, or somebody, maybe you're walking away from somebody. You could be the person that's doing this. You could be the person that's lying. You're like, oh, you're giving somebody the impression that they're your match, and you know that they're not. Because you feel like this person is lying about someone that they had a family with. They also could be lying about this water sign and or another fire sign. So you know that somebody's a liar and or a player. But you're looking at the long end game because you feel like you may need something, or there's a judge, or there's some type of communication that you feel like that you need to go your way, and you're in your head by it. So you're going to send some type of message to this person, or you're going to allow them to kind of come at you like you're the target, and you're going to allow yourself to be hit like one. until you're out of some type of conflict. So you're gonna play the game. You're gonna let somebody come towards you that you know ain't for you and use them, basically. Okay, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm gonna show you this in Sagittarius. Alright, what else is going on? Okay, so if you consider yourself to be privileged, you may be going on some type of journey. You may be going on some type of like, okay, well, I got enough money to go on a trip. I got enough money to do something for myself or to make sure that I feel some type of way, either by your birthday or just in general. Maybe you feel like you worked a lot or you worked enough in order to have it. You may get some type of message while you're traveling or while you're doing something that somebody wants to commit to you or provide something to you long term. But you feel like they married somebody or they committed to someone that had them trapped in their hand. And so you may be declining somebody when it comes to a relationship or just giving them the time of day to talk. Yeah, you're walking away from someone else. All right, who is this that you're declining? You're going to play with somebody and you're going to walk away from somebody else. So you could be declining this water sign, heavy on the water sign for sure, or an air sign. You could have an old fire sign that you used to date. This could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And maybe you feel like this person lacks some type of direction or they made you feel like you wasted your opportunity or your time. Somebody could want to sleep with you, but they also feel like, okay, well, I have some type of mental clarity that I need to detach, or they know about 2 other people that you're dealing with. So somebody feel like, okay, well, I can help you get unstuck when it comes to a situation. I can help you change, or they're still going to fight for you as well. So you got options secretly. There could be this air sign or this water sign that's being investigated. Maybe that's why you're cutting them off. You're like, I can't even play with you because I got my own court case or I got my own thing that I got going on and I can't be attached to you while you're having this other thing going on. So you're quickly releasing this person. Who is it that you're playing with? Sagittarius, you could be playing with an Aries. Okay, maybe you are playing with the Aries. It could be a Pisces, an Aries, a Scorpio, Sagittarius, a Taurus, a Capricorn, a Leo, maybe a Virgo. Okay, will they catch on? Maybe not right now. They're stuck in between feeling powerless and or being productive, and they feel like, okay, well, maybe something will be a wish fulfillment, or maybe y'all both are playing with each other. So y'all both need some. And it's like, okay, well, I can get what I want out of you and you can get what you want out of me. Somehow, some way. Take it easy when it comes to it. People walk out with babies and other issues when it comes to it. All right, Sagittarius, shot clock. You can feel like you're under a time crunch where you get what you need to before the time frame. Yes or no? Yes, but there may be some type of insecurity and or some type of self-doubt that you're going to have to address. You also may not have some type of energy from your family to help you, so you may truly have to figure something out on your own. And this may make you feel complacent and or lazy. That's not even supposed to be in there. Somebody could be lying about an issue. This could be a fire sign. They may be acting like you're a hindrance, or there may be something they may say there's something that's hindering them from doing something. And they could be lying about a situation. Somebody could be going to the gym or working out. Just FYI when it comes to that. But yeah, you'll get it done. It just may be a process. Somebody is sad and upset that you know the truth about them or about a situation. Somebody's like, give me my man, give me my girl back. Somebody within your friend group? What was they doing? Oh, this is a person that's sad. This person could be sarcastic. They feel like they're blocked when it comes to something that they're good at. Something that's not as balanced as it should be. There could be a fire sign, earth sign, air sign, friend group somehow, some way. And this earth sign, air sign person feels like, okay, well, we need to conquer some type of anxiety. They feel like you done lost your way or they can hinder you when it comes to something. You need to let these friends go, Sagittarius. And maybe you are under a time frame when it comes to this. How long until you need to let these people go? Before the next earth, you need to do this now. Before Capricorn or during Capricorn season, maybe this is when you're going to go. These are same-sex friends. Oh, something gonna spill out. Or maybe you're gonna catch on to something and they're gonna be like, oh, wait, what? You could definitely have a Virgo that's around you. Somebody could be trying to come up with a baby name. Congratulations if you're pregnant. What's with you and the Virgo? Somebody's ignoring you. Somebody's depressed and or they're disconnected from this relationship. The love ain't here. You're going from the 4 cups to the 3. Back to the 5. So even if y'all do have a relationship or something that's going to be, we'll get through it up and down, it's going to lead to some type of disappointment and or relationship problems. It ain't going to go the way that you need to. FYI when it comes to it. All right, let's move on. We ain't going to be on y'all all day. Somebody can be like, oh, I'm on your ass now. All right, what's going on, Capricorn? Maybe somebody else want to be up on you. Yes, we're on Capricorn. We started with Virgo. What's going on with Capricorn? Okay, so you're trying to create a situation. You feel like you have all the resources that you need, but at the same time, there's some type of anxiety by it. Maybe there's something that popped up that you didn't see coming, or it's like, okay, well, let me see how I can figure this out. You also could be manipulating somebody or changing the situation from somebody that you feel like is being strategic. It's like, okay, well, I needed a resource and I was using them, or I was using a person, or I was using them to help me through some type of anxiety. But now you're starting to feel like, okay, well, they're trying to manipulate you. It's like, okay, well, let me be confident and get out of this before it's a bad opportunity. Somebody's trying to lead something to a relationship, but something won't change. Or when it comes to the way that y'all work together, somebody's lying. So you're trying to protect yourself. Somebody also could have created, this could be another earth sign or air sign. Somebody created some type of situation with a fire sign. They were collaborating with each other to lie. So that way you would miss some type of opportunity and fear, or have some type of relationship that you feel like, okay, well, I have to constantly be under judgment. Okay. There also could be someone who's pregnant. And they feel like, okay, well, I'm blocked, or I have to hold back and kind of just rest and save myself for a situation. You're going to get your confidence back, but you could feel like you were manipulated into some type of anxiety or whatever the case may be. And you feel like something that's just not worth it. Somebody was lying. Maybe they were already in a relationship. You could be getting into an interracial relationship or dating somebody that's not your normal type. And then you're going to realize that somebody is lying about some type of decision and how they were slowly spoon-feeding you into something. Somebody created some type of manipulation, but this is going to grow your savings, and this is going to allow you to restart. And maybe this is just happening at the point in time that you feel like you really don't have anything left to invest in, or like left when it comes to your finances. You're going to be able to move forward. But you're going to be in your head because there's a fire sign that's around, and this person sends you a message, and or they're coming towards you because they feel like, okay, well, we can all collaborate or do something as family. But moving forward with this is going to create some type of issue and or conflict. But they're certain that they have the action or know what action to take. That way there's no confusions and or mixed emotions. But it feels like you're going to have what you need in order to be balanced. So you may actually need to ignore this. Okay, so the relationship won't change, and so you're deciding to slowly but surely walk away. Somebody wants to be friends, but you feel like this won't heal the situation either, and or it won't take you to where you want to go as far as the wish fulfillment. So you're trying to be balanced when cutting somebody completely off. You also may be either putting your phone on this do not disturb, airplane mode. It's like, okay, it is what it is. It's also giving, let's say you I don't know, maybe you missed your phone payment, or there's some type of payment that you didn't do. Your Wi-Fi payment is just like, okay, well, shit, I don't care. There could be some type of payment and you're just like, you know what, I'm just going to ignore this. You don't really feel like you have any new people or somebody that you want to talk to or charm anyway, so you're okay with it. Oh, this is what they're doing. All right, let's keep it moving. What else we got for Capricorn? Something about the color blue could be important. Something's not going to detour you. Okay, so you should be able to sleep well. You should be able to kind of relax and get out of some type of like, oh, I feel like something is going to haunt me. You're actually going to be able to indulge. Maybe you're going to go to like a spa day. So it's like, okay, well, I may not travel for my birthday, but I may do something small or something that makes you feel like, okay, well, I can interact or just still have some type of silence or peace. Somebody around you may feel like, okay, well, you're ignoring me because you're trying to be stubborn. Somebody feels like, okay, well, you don't want to talk to them or you don't want to hear them out because you're trying to have a new beginning or take action when it comes to some type of a commitment, or because they didn't want to hear you out when it comes to something that was binding or that they shouldn't have been doing. So somebody doesn't know why you're making the decisions, but at the same time, they're assuming. You could also be trying to decide what to do with your energy. So it's like maybe you get up in the morning and say, okay, well, I couldn't do either this, I couldn't do that. I'm trying to figure out how I want to feel because I know how things can come around back towards me. So let me make sure I'm planting the seeds. So it's like, let me make sure I'm not starting my day off being angry and or just with some type of pessimistic attitude. Somebody who's a part of a third party or a polygamy type of situation. Somebody could be pregnant and this is causing some type of dispute, or somebody's not having the best pregnancy. There also could have been somebody around who's a third party that planted the seed for some type of issue, but you were able to stabilize it and overcome it, and then maybe now they want to come give you some type of gift or just embrace you. They feel like you can be isolated and or you can complete certain things for yourself and or be vulnerable when you want to, but they're not sure if you're open up for a ride or you're open to going somewhere with them. This could be somebody who's a third party. If they're not necessarily like the side chick, side man, this could be like somebody's stepmom or somebody's like, I don't know, you have a sibling and their girlfriend or their wife, or it's somebody that you know through someone else. Who is this? Maybe it's somebody's parent. All right, this could be a Leo that's coming towards you, a Cancer. Heavy on the Leo, an Aries or a Taurus. Yes or no to the Aries or Taurus? I don't like it, so no. To the Leo. No, I feel like you've already moved on from this person. So whatever they got to say, you don't really care at all. What about the Cancer? Maybe this Cancer wants to find a new direction and or it's like, okay, well, let's take action to see if we can have some type of passion and have some type of stability. I mean, you can try, but you're going to end up walking away disappointed still. So, I mean, you may end up telling them all no. I don't know. One of them, you may tell them to kiss your ass for whatever reason. I'm hearing kiss it. I don't know what they did to y'all, Capricorn. All right, what else we got for Capricorn? Okay, so it seems like you have some type of clarity and or some type of joy, but you could be waiting on something. You're ready to spread your wings and or just kind of be more optimistic. There's something that's coming in that's going to make you happy, but in the process of it, you feel like you're adapting and or it's like, okay, well, I'm adapting to holding back. Something may happen, but right before Christmas time. You could be waiting on something that you feel like you can hold on to. It's like, okay, well, I'm waiting on a job, or I'm waiting on something that I can possess, or I'm waiting to use something that I already have. Maybe you bought something, you haven't used it yet. And you feel like, okay, well, yeah, I'll be thinking about it, but, you know, my day gets out of control or something goes left or right or whatever the case may be. Somebody also may feel like you left them behind. Somebody feel like you removed them. This could be an Aquarius, heavy on the Aquarius. An Aries, another Capricorn, heavy on the Aries or a Capricorn. Aquarius, Aries, or Capricorn could feel like you left them behind. This person could have been trying to bully you. So then why are they mad at you? You walked away. They were trying to bully you. They were trying to be like, okay, well, I'm young or I'm pure or I have some type of optimism or whatever the case may be. But secretly they wanted some type of opportunity, or they wanted whatever opportunity that you have to be balanced out. So that way you would have to make a decision on how you would move going forward or how you would have to focus. And maybe you walked away like, okay, well, I'm not really going to investigate why I need to take the opportunity to balance this out, but you knew that you needed to make the decision. There was still some type of fear in here because you feel like, okay, well, if somebody really was scheming or if something grows, what does that mean for you? But there could be someone else that's coming towards you out of some type of emotion to tell you what was going on behind the scenes. And maybe even how they supported the conflict as well. So you wanted the answers, you may be getting them soon. All right, put something all out on the table, Capricorn. Somebody could be a part of some type of runner chaser dynamic, or they want you to be. Great job today. Something's going to happen within the next 5 to 7 days or 5 to 7 weeks. You definitely could have a past due notice, okay? You could be going on a walk or going on a hike. Somebody's sister could be important. You could be on the or maybe you're somebody's sister. You could be on the receiving end if you are somebody's sister. It is the Aries. You can't believe how your parents operate when it comes to a situation. Somebody could have been selling this, or somebody's sister could have been doing this, and somebody lost you for good when it comes to a situation. You may be very sad, but your kiddo could go into a shell around a certain person because of a situation. All right, let's move on. Aquarius. Something about some type of tea could be coming out in Aquarius season, or maybe you're spilling the tea, Aquarius. Maybe you make something, like you could be very crafty. Like you could be someone who's very either handy, or you could be very creative. All right, so you could feel a little ignored right now, and or you feel like something is stagnated. You could be refusing some type of offer from someone. This could be either your husband, someone who was married, or for someone that you find immature. You feel like this person is gullible, and or they could be cold at the same time. So you're trying to ignore this person because you feel like you can do something by yourself. There also could be a judgment. I don't know if you're going in front of a judge, or there could be a judgment that goes in your favor. Something becomes practical. You also could feel like you're ignored by this water sign masculine because they have some type of clear boundary, or they made a decision to hold back when it comes to a situation. Maybe there was supposed to be some type of withdrawal, or there was supposed to be some type of issue when it comes to somebody of your past. This could be a Capricorn, a Virgo, a Cancer, or a Gemini, or a Scorpio, maybe even a Libra. They feel like, okay, well, I'm going to have some type of clear boundary, or I'm going to hold back because this person seems like they have some type of freedom to them, some type of discipline. And this is just going to create some type of burden and or some type of obligation if we continue to move forward. They also are confused on why you're so ready to push this or carry the weight of this, and why you're ready to make some type of decision. They feel like you're still kind of living in the past, or that you feel like this person has some type of success and you just need to walk away from it. You need to escape something. Something about a shelter could be important. Whether this is like a domestic shelter, this could be like a dog being saved from a shelter, or something like that could be happening. If you feel like there's somebody that's in denial and or that needs to find some type of healing, this could be a young child, or a young air sign, or a young water sign. Maybe you feel like, okay, well, somebody's losing faith or mentally burnt out. They're actually going to be very logical. They actually may become a leader when it comes to something that they're doing. Something about them is going to be successful, or they're going to be very honest and or self-disciplined. They may even go into the military, or they just they're really structured. What does this have to do with you? You could be worried about a kid, or hoping nobody gossiping about a kid. You could be conflicted about it because maybe you feel like this kid was supposed to be a part of your family, or you're conflicted because of your family if something is going to be stable, if this is your child. Say, okay, I don't have any rest, or this person is always moving, but they're not really doing what they're supposed to be doing, or you're like, I don't know if all parents go through this, or if I need to have some type of structure. I feel like your kid is fine. Okay, what's going on with Aquarius? Let's get another message before we wrap this up. Somebody could want to come talk to you, but whoever this is, they need to cleanse themselves, either physically need to cleanse themselves, or they got something attached to them and you don't need to be intertwined with this at all, okay? And maybe they fuck, okay, well, you're leveling up, or you're moving, or you have something that's going for you, and I need some type of structure. Let me see if you can kind of just put yourself on pause for me. Absolutely not. Somebody said, oh, I have an idea, or I have this thing, or oh, I can do this for you, and they're toxic. Who is this for Aquarius? This could be a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, a Pisces, a Libra, heavy on the Sagittarius, heavy on the Pisces, and Aries. Okay, so no to them. If you feel like you're already in some type of situation and something that starts to form when it comes to your relationship, it feels like you may need to take some type of time to kind of relax for yourself as well, because somebody could be giving you some type of facade. I'm not saying that they're the worst person in the world, but they're also not telling you the truth about their beliefs and or what they're trying to do, especially if you're dating another air sign, or this person is throwing you off of your own self-care routine. And so when you look back at who you are, it's like you don't recognize yourself. You could definitely be dealing with the water sign. So just be careful when it comes to someone that you're trying to solidify a relationship with. If somebody tells you that they have someone in their past who's a water sign and they're trying to figure out if you guys can go into a new relationship or if something can just, be lighthearted, they could be overloaded by this person. They could feel exploited by this person for whatever reason. So yeah, something could grow, but it may take a while because a situation that they're leaving is toxic. All right, what else is going on for Aquarius? Something about college or somebody that you've known in college, or going back to the city that you were in when you went to college. Somebody could be asking you like, oh, well, where you been? Something about Afterpay or one of those services could be important. Welcome to your villain era. Something about a Gemini could be important, or another air sign. Somebody could be trying to copy you. Who's trying to copy Aquarius? This could be a Leo. Heavy on a Leo, or a Cancer, or a Sagittarius. Somebody's trying to copy you for whatever reason or whatever it is that you're doing. What's up with you and this Gemini? Somebody's unstable. Somebody's lacking some type of discipline right now because they feel like their structure or whatever it is that they have some type of authority over is in and out of some type of success. They feel stuck. They don't really know, okay, well, how can I be more playful, or how can I get more people to be open to what I'm saying and or doing? They could be trying to reconcile either with a person or a situation that they know is just childish or that they shouldn't. Okay, so somebody don't know which way to go until they're running in circles. All right, there could be a romantic date that's coming out here with who? This could be with a Scorpio, or something's happening all of a sudden. This could be with a Cancer, a Taurus, heavy on the Scorpio, or a Sagittarius. There could be a Virgo that's around you. What's up with you and this Virgo? Then maybe there's a Virgo Gemini relationship that you know about. This Virgo desires this. They could desire you, Aquarius. They could desire you or this Pisces. It's in between y'all. There's also a fire sign around that they feel like, okay, well, I can talk to this person whenever I want to, but they're going to try to step away from that fire sign. They have some type of energy to become like a husband, or they want to become someone that's seen as someone who's innovative and or kind. And so now they're trying to find some type of solution to a conflict. But they feel like something backfired or something is moving kind of slow. So they're going back to this Pisces or this Sagittarius, maybe even an Aries, out of indecision. And they're like, okay, well, maybe I can just stay in this bad situation. I can just stay here until they realize that they can't reconcile there either. There's going to be some type of insecurity that pops up. And they feel like there's going to be some type of tension because they don't know who they can go to next. Okay. What's with the romantic day? I think we talked about that. All right, let's move on. A long distance relationship could be important, or a long introduction could be important. Somebody could be getting arrested, or there's a warrant out here for who? This could be a Scorpio, a Leo, or an Aquarius. It could be you. So be careful what you decide to do and or how you do something when you're feeling overwhelmed. All right, let's move on. Pisces. All right, Pisces, let's go on with y'all. So you could be trying to open your heart. Maybe you're trying to do things that are selfless. You're trying to show love to people and hoping that it'll come back towards you. There also could be somebody that you're around. It's like, okay, well, I'm opening my heart to this person and seeing if we're going to lock this down or not. But somebody could be mingling a little too much, or somebody around you is like, yeah, the morning afterwards, it's like, okay, well, they're super into you. They give you all this love and attention. And then it's like, oh, yeah, I got to go to work, or I got to go. And they're not really going wherever they're telling you. So you're going to be living some type of like, okay, well, let me figure out how I want to do this. Or, things are heating up between us. But at the same time, I'm fed up. How do I want to live, or how do I want to deal with this person? Somebody could want to come towards you like, okay, well, let me spend the night with you, or let me just kind of pour into you and make you feel good. Let me make you feel like I want to lock this down. The sex may be good. Maybe you're reminiscing and or yearning on some type of attention at this point in time. But then you may end up overindulging. Maybe y'all gonna see each other openly. Maybe you're into like an open relationship, or you're open to not necessarily having something locked down. But even at the same time, you still may be not enjoying the fact that they're trolling either somebody, or they're trying to provoke some type of reaction, or they're dealing with somebody, they're watching someone online, they could be stalking someone online. And you're gonna realize that, oh damn, this person truly is faking it. Or okay, they're really trying to get me to fantasy. Or you're gonna realize what's going on once you see what they're actually paying attention to. Somebody could be trying to troll you based off of your weight. There could be somebody under a fake account, or somebody is trying to make you feel some type of way. And you're like, you know what, I'm not dealing with this today. You completely avoid this person and they end up being disappointed. Because maybe their trolling becomes something bigger than it needs to. It actually sets some type of passion to your inner light, or it helps you do something for yourself. And then they end up going back to some type of like sex, drugs, or something that they shouldn't be doing or using as a rebound. They do. So, you know, if somebody wants to tease you or, you know, talk shit about you, let them, because somehow it helps you blow up. All right, what else is going on for Pisces? One thing about J. Cole could be important. Maybe you're hearing a J. Cole song. You could be finding some type of resolution to a situation and or moving on from it. You could be getting out of some type of imbalance or something that you feel like was just having you thrown off for sure. There's somebody that you're realizing is not a hater. This could be an Aquarius, another Pisces, or it could be you, a Capricorn, or a Capricorn or a Libra. Somebody's able to move on when it comes to either a Virgo, a Sagittarius, or a Libra in a situation. And maybe it's like, okay, well, you want to compromise with this person because you no longer see the value in that person either. But they feel like, okay, well, yeah, you know, I'm okay with that. But that chaos or whatever this was, you know, I'm walking away from that shit. I don't want anything to do with it. And you're like, okay, well, yeah, I'm kind of satisfied now. I don't really want to entertain that or deal with it. You feel like you're exhausted when it comes to it. But they may still feel like you got something that you're attached to secretly, or that you still got something that you're trying to play into. And they're like, okay, well, thanks, but no thanks. You also could be trying to figure out what you can give up. It's like, okay, well, I do have some type of financial issues, but it's not the worst. So it's like, okay, do I give up subscriptions? Do I compromise on certain things that I don't actually need? There could be somebody that lives with you or somebody that's around you. It's like, okay, well, I desire to have my own business, or I desire to do something for myself, but something may not be as practical at this point in time. And so they're going to have to come back to reality when it comes to their savings and or, you know, how you guys can make things work cohesively. There could be an issue with somebody that you're living with or somebody that you're around. All right, what else? Yeah, you can go back and watch it. We're on Pisces. Oh, no, Aries wasn't done, but we're on Pisces. You can go back and watch the other ones. Okay, so there's some type of system. You could be going to the church. You could be going to the doctor. You could be going to the course. There's some type of building that you're going towards that you either need some type of knowledge, or this is going to help you adapt or find balance when it comes to an issue. You could be a little scatterbrained by the situation, but make sure you're not lying to yourself and or them. So that way you can feel like, okay, well, let me get to the fastest way to recovery, right? So it's like, oh, well, I'm going to go to the doctor's office and tell them that my issue is this when this really is something else. Or you don't really want to tell them what the concern is. They're also, you may be worried because somebody that you're married to could be trying to adapt to some type of mind game, or they're being sarcastic, and it's like, okay, well, you're trying to juggle and or hold on to a situation even though you know that they're lying. You're trying to improve and or recover, but just like, okay, there's not but so much I can take. There's not but so much I can do. Somebody could have unexpectedly got pregnant, and they feel like, okay, this created some type of sadness and or sorrow based off of whoever they were dealing with, who was trying to manipulate the situation anyway. Somebody could have already been married, or they're dealing with someone else as well. Oh, there's a lot going on, Pisces. All right, last message before we wrap this up for Pisces. Okay, so it seems like there's some type of reality, some type of cold reality. Maybe somebody's taking a cold shower. It's just like, you know what? It just is what it is. something which is over extreme, or something which is done too much, or we just got to face the facts when it comes to a situation. This could be involving a Libra, heavy on a Scorpio, Sagittarius, or in these seasons, maybe even Aquarius season. And somebody's like, okay, well, now that I'm coming back into reality and something was reckless, now I want to recover. Now I want to release some type of worry and just, let the truth be what it is. Something about the police could be important because I'm hearing sirens. So, like, police officers. Somebody also feels like there's a Gemini, a Taurus around that's thrown off. This person's a liar, and or they're trying to throw you off, Pisces, when it comes to something that you want and or you wish for. Something may be unrealistic when it comes to this person. There also may be a Virgo or Leo that's around. And this person is also unrealistic and could be lying. This is a bad investment as well. So you got two people around you that you may need to decline and or walk away from. All right, confirmations. You could be going on a diet, or there's something about your food. I'm not saying you're restricting yourself or you're fasting, but there could just be something that you're like, you know what, I'm not going to eat this. It hurts me, or it doesn't make me feel good. You could be getting off of your phone or just putting your phone down. Somebody needs to catch up. Do not slow down when it comes to them. Some type of message, email, letter, something was never opened. There could be a Cancer that's around you that's no good. It didn't work out because it's rerouting you. You need to get into a love reading, a book of love reading, or a message, or you need to do one if you are a reader. You could be getting new furniture and or a new apartment. Maybe you're getting a new apartment. You could be renting a new house, or maybe somebody that you're renting from or that you need to call and they're not answering the phone. You're going to be able to treat yourself to something that's a guilty pleasure. But after the fact, you may find something disgusting, especially if this is a person. Okay, they're going to start off very much kind and giving. And then you're going to realize, oh, okay, well, this grand gesture is because somebody else hurt them or they're hurt by a situation. There's definitely somebody who's a fake and or a snake that's around you. Who is this for Pisces? All right, so this could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This could be another Pisces. Heavy on the air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, a Leo, a Pisces, an Aquarius, a Leo. All right, let's move on. All right. Let's go on to Aries. Aries, I did post your thing on YouTube from yesterday's reading. Y'all got your own individual on YouTube. I did that this morning. All right, what's going on for Aries? So there could be something that you're waiting for, you're anticipating, whether this is a date, a project, a payment. There's something that you're like, okay, well, let me just figure out what's the status update. Maybe it's a tracking number. There's something that you're waiting for. Something also could be related to your health. It's like, okay, well, let me kind of follow up with my doctor. Let me see what some type of report or some type of chart says. There also could be a meeting on your calendar, or there's a virtual conversation that you're having with someone regarding your child or regarding something that you're trying to do. You could have a fish tank. I know that's random. Something about a fish tank could be important. Or maybe there's a child that you see around a fish tank. You could be planning on sending some type of message to someone. This could be to someone who's working or someone that you want to collaborate with. Maybe you're also making plans to work through some type of responsibility or burden, something that you feel like you're going to have to carry the load of. Yeah, but you're going to send some type of message, or you feel like, okay, well, I can hit the target on how I can collaborate or how I can get something to work as long as there's a system, or as long as we all, pray and devote to doing the same thing. Somebody could be planning on working with a church or working with someone that they got to volunteer to do, or it's like, okay, well, let's just write some type of report, or let's just say something was done so that way it looks practical. But that may lead to some type of issue. I don't know what that's about. There could be a child that's working through some type of burden, and now it seems like they're going to be more practical when it comes to their situation. And maybe initially it felt like, okay, well, things are just ending, or they're just mentally, in another planet at this point in time. There could have been some type of frustration on how they lined up to other people, or how their numbers looked, or how their finances looked, whatever the case this is. But it ends in them celebrating and or having some type of good moment. They become very much confident. You could be married to someone, Aries, and maybe you were once married. They have a relationship that they're trying to balance out when it comes to their child. Even if y'all no longer married together, it seems like they're trying to figure something out. They could have a child that's a boss, or they're the owner of their own business or something like that, and they're trying to fix this relationship. They feel like someone has some type of opportunity, and although they're mentally in their head about it, whatever this opportunity is, they feel like this person is practical. They feel like their child is practical. This person that you married could be a grandparent now. The child that they're trying to fix this relationship with can have a child. And they're working to reach some type of goal, and they're being patient and systematic when it comes to this, and they're actually able to hit this goal. Maybe you're trying to get somebody back into church. It's like, okay, well, let me figure out if I can get this person to listen to me or work with me or do something when it comes to some type of burden, then maybe I can reconcile them with my faith or my church or with my marriage, or maybe somehow you're trying to pull somebody into something. Yeah, you could be. Somebody also could be going through some type of destruction. This is someone that you either work with, somebody you could be married with, or whatever the case may be. All of a sudden, there's some type of project or some type of to-do list that they have to get done, and they're in their head by it. Something has to be done by a certain date, or they're waiting on a date. Something about the initial V could be important. The initial V is in Victor, P is in Paul. I see a lot of V's out here. If you know someone with the initial V, somebody is trying to heal and or move forward. They could be dealing with some type of grief or sadness right now, and they're disappointed. They feel like you're walking away from going out to eat with them or doing something with them. They left hanging. If you're dealing with someone with the initial P, this person could be in their head and they're not talking about what's making them anxious, but they could actually get out of this trap or whatever this they're doing. They have enough finances that they're able to do something for themselves. But they thought that somebody else around them was luxury or had something to them, and they was going to move forward, and now they feel like they have to let go of this relationship. Okay. Let's figure out anything else that's going on for Aries. Okay, so you could be focused on your daily tasks. It's like, okay, as long as I can get up and do things day to day and make sure that I'm still mobile or, still able to move the way I want, you feel like something's going to be a wish fulfillment. It's a good day overall. You're able to pick up and keep going for the next day. There's certain things that you want to make sure that you hit off every day. But there could be some type of foundation, a business, or just something that you feel like is supposed to give you at least a little bit of money here and there. Something needs to balance out when it comes to it. You may be pointing your finger at somebody. You feel like somebody do their daily tasks. This could be somebody that's younger than you. They do their tasks, but they don't really learn how to balance something out. They don't really learn how to actually, make the choices initially that's right and or correct. And although they have a wish fulfillment, they're still not able to do something for themselves, and they're still trying to figure out how to do things manipulative or under the table or whatever the case may be. Somebody also could have a baby or a relationship that they feel like they don't have love for, and this may leave you disappointed, or there may be some type of negativity about this and how somebody took off either on a child, somebody who was pregnant. Somebody online could be disappointed in some type of negativity. So, why is this person calling me? Aries, you could be calling somebody all of a sudden and it throws them off. It's like, okay, well, maybe I could, but, I can't right now. Maybe you want to balance out why somebody feels like they're no longer stuck, or you want to have a conversation about how somebody moved forward or what they were thinking or what their decisions was. Maybe you heard about some type of deal or somebody choosing options, but they decided to trust themselves and heal a situation. And maybe you find there's some type of negativity to the situation. They're going to be disappointed if somehow they give somebody love, or they have a conversation with someone and let them back in. So you could be trying to save someone from something that you feel like is toxic. Okay, well, let's move on. All right, if you feel uncomfortable, figure out why, Aries. So Somebody hates that you make them self-reflect, but you're trying to figure out what they're willing to do and or what their goal is that you're trying to reach. You need to get your mind back on track when it comes to something that's important to you. Someone does have the building, the job, or the apartment that you're looking for, and it will be worth it. You are a leader. You just need to find out in which segment. There's a Gemini that's out here, and you're going to get some type of confirmation about them. You need to do something even when you're scared. You are going to be able to take something easy. Okay, so there's a Gemini out here, and once you get some type of confirmation, you're going to realize, yeah, it's not the Gemini. Somebody needs to walk away from them. All right, what are you finding out about this Gemini? And this person is confused, that they don't know how to make choices, or they're in their emotions about some type of friendship or someone in the past. There could have been a pregnancy or a baby that they feel like they didn't be able to have, or a situation that they don't have when it comes to some type of love. They also can be confused about how a friend or somebody of their past was able to get this type of transformation and or change. They could be in their feelings about some type of surgery. And if this is not like an abortion, or this is not like a stillborn or something like that, they could have went and like had their body work done in the past. And now it seems like they have to hit certain goals, or they have to do certain things to remain clean or to remain, stable. And this could have them worried from time to time. They could look at you as you're somebody who has some type of entrepreneurship to you, or you have some type of ownership, or you're stable. They've known you for a while. They trust your ideas and or your clarity. But again, something's going to be highlighted about their sadness and or why they regret investing in a situation or a person. And then it's going to all make sense to you, or why somebody else don't really say anything, or why they sit back when it comes to a situation. It's like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that somebody that you were dealing with was fucking with your best friend. Oh, I didn't know that this, that, and third. It's like you're starting to put together why somebody really is not talking. Somebody from high school could be important. Maybe the Gemini since high school. All right, let's move on. All right, we're going to do those after the collective. We are on Taurus. We started with Virgo. If you're not here when I'm ready to do them, then I'll just refund you. All right, what's going on with Taurus? All right, so you could be waiting, or you could be making someone wait. And this is causing some type of sadness and or some type of regret. But somebody's like, okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to regress. So somebody could be moving back. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to go back home, or I'm going to go back to where I feel more comfortable. They want to agree to disagree right now because they do have some type of desire to forgive. It's like, okay, well, I was in my emotions. I said too much. I did too much. Let me kind of step back and give you some type of time. Somebody definitely regrets some type of conflict. You could have been dealing with a Scorpio, a Leo, heavy on a Scorpio, an Aquarius, heavy on a Leo. Who am I talking to? Taurus? Somebody feels like, okay, well, I shouldn't have been trying to maintain control the entire time. I shouldn't have put myself in a predicament, and now I have to go through some type of turning point where something feels unpredictable. I'm not really sure how I can get through a process. Either you're walking away from this person, Taurus, and you feel like you're in your energy in doing so, and or the person's walking away from you. Okay, there also could be some type of conflict, or somebody is trying to avoid conflict, so they may walk away from you because they feel like they have some type of new energy and or passion to move forward. They may have some type of self-confidence and or some type of public recognition. Somebody may block you. Somebody also may realize that you hold back, or you held back from them having a new start, or you held back. I don't know what this is. Or you could hold them back, and this is why they're walking away and say, oh, yeah, I would date you, or I would sleep with you, or whatever, but now you're going to hold me back. Maybe you feel like this is about someone else who overindulges. It's like, yeah, they drink too much, or they smoke cigarettes, or there's something that you don't like that they do, and now you're trying to rethink the approach. If you're already in a relationship, somebody could be coming clean about their emotions, and or there's some type of confusion when it comes to who they sleep with or what's been going on behind the scenes. Maybe you already have a job. I hope nobody was sleeping with someone that was younger, like very much younger. This could be a Scorpio. Maybe even Aquarius. Somebody is confused because they're fixated on either flirting with people. It's like, okay, well, I like to have new love. I like to just be able to talk to people and flirt and just kind of see the possibility of where this can go. Or this is a younger child. and they're trying to be like, okay, well, yes, this is confusion or this is an issue. I'm trying to figure out how to move on and, you know, heal or talk to somebody about the situation. But between Aquarius season and Pisces season, you may be disappointed for sure, and maybe you're going to want to walk away from this situation. You like, yeah, somebody got some type of deep secrets or some type of deep-seated fears when it comes to this family, and you're going to have to separate from it. You may feel like this is a hard choice. Okay. What else is going on for Taurus? So you could be in your emotions from time to time. You're trying to figure out, okay, well, what's my purpose? How do I get through these emotions? Am I daydreaming? Is something just an illusion? Am I crazy? You feel like, okay, well, I don't know. Again, you could be holding off when it comes to dealing with someone, not really responding, or it's like you feel like, you know, somebody else's emotions backfired and you're confused on what action to take and or to how, if you're wanting to help them, but you do have the desire to help them. Just because of who you are or you know, your confidence, you feel like you can. You also feel like there's somebody around you who does deny. Somebody could deny something. Who's getting denied? This could be a fire sign, heavy on the fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries for sure, a Taurus, an Aquarius, a Capricorn, or a Gemini, or they're denying you. All right, what are they denying you? Or what are you denying them? Oh, sleep. Okay, so somebody's like, yeah, I'm not going to sleep with you. Or no, I'm not going to be in and out of, you know, some type of bad decision. If this is not you they wanted to sleep with, who is this? They denied somebody else. They could have denied a Taurus. They could have denied you. A Cancer, a Gemini, an Aries, or a Capricorn. Okay. So anywho, you could be confused because something that you thought was going to go your way or something that you felt like you were right on target with, you're not. It's like, oh, damn, I thought that this person was feeling me, or I thought that this person was interested or was going to go. And it's like, damn, I'm disappointed because, you know, I thought that this could be a new love. We could have some type of success, but again, something ends. And then because something ends, you decide, okay, well, I still have some type of desire or I still have some type of energy. Let me make the wrong decision. Let me go be with somebody that I already walked away from or that, you know, had me in some type of worry. So that way I can have a new perspective and on some type of rejection. Be careful when it comes to that. Okay, because this is going to end up procrastinating you and you don't need to be in that situation. All right, last message for Taurus. You also could be realizing there's actually no pressure when it comes to this. Look, you celebrate your wins. So you're going to realize that there's no pressure when it comes to a situation or a scenario. You can actually go out and have some type of fun. You realize, okay, wait, I do have some type of self-esteem. I do have some type of self-worth. But any type of trap or anything that I thought I could fall into based off of who I was attracted to or who I was around, it actually has nothing to do with you. You're going to start to feed back into yourself and or your self-care. I feel like you need to highlight your wins more than you do your losses. Because it feels like your losses could really hit your self-esteem and or your pride for whatever reason. But this is you're only going through these spaces so you can go through some type of transformation that you had to. You had to walk away from someone that was just causing you to either be poor or feel like a castaway, feel like you were not important. Now, don't get into the trap of self-care either. Like, okay, well, I got to spend all this money or I got to go and blow all this that way I can feel good. That could lead you to some type of misfortune. So, yes, feed into yourself, but don't overly do it. Because this is going to lead to your ego. Okay? So, focus on that as well. Now, somebody is going to tell the truth when it comes to a situation. This could definitely be a water sign. Who am I talking to? Taurus? You could be dealing with the water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and this person is going to make some type of vow and or promise. It's like, okay, well, if we can just do this, I promise by the summertime, or we can grow, or you can sleep peacefully. You don't have to do anything. They feel like they can take the burden towards it. But you already know based off of some type of past and or some type of memory or experience, like, okay, the moment that you feel like something is gaining or somebody feels like, okay, well, we can be codependent on each other, something else happens and it gets cold or they, you know, y'all feel separated. It just doesn't work. So somebody's going to talk you into something. Somebody also may be wanting to get a house or it's like, okay, well, let's just wait until we do this and then we can avoid it. Let's just wait until a situation. All right, what's going on with Scorpio? There could be Scorpio. Damn, you could be dealing with a Scorpio that got unexpected bills. Taurus, you could be dealing with unexpected bills. You could be questioning yourself like, damn, am I autistic? Do I have ADHD? Am I bipolar? There could be something about yourself that you're questioning. You do need to get more rest. Somebody around you could be drunk or high. Somebody could be looking for a deed, a property, or an apartment. You could be a coach or know someone who is, and maybe you give really good advice. You could be dreading some type of move, but it will be required, okay? Don't think too much into it. There's a phone call or somebody's going to tell you like, okay, well, I'm just a phone call away. I can hit the highway or I can come do something very quickly. You or them are fed up, but they're going to get the message and or understand why you say what you do. It really is up to you, but you need to make this decision on your own. Okay. All right, let's move forward. Gemini. What's going on with Gemini? You could be trying to turn things around. You could be a little exhausted. Are you a coffee drinker or you like to drink energy drinks or soda earlier? You could be somebody that's a part of the LGBTQA community or you know someone who is. Maybe someone that you have a relationship with. It started off like, okay, this is perfect. I feel good. My kids feel good. Everything feels blended. But somehow something turned around where your emotions are getting cut in half. Some type of family dynamic is leading to some type of regret and or sadness. It's like, okay, well, damn, what's going down the drain or what's going on? Maybe you need some type of Drano or some type of plumbing issues. Maybe your family regrets reconciling with a situation, going back to an apartment, going back to a person, going back to a job, or there's something that's like, okay, we shouldn't have done this. And now you're having to work through some type of imbalance and or chaos. Maybe you regret, it's like, okay, I shouldn't have took this job. I shouldn't have started this career. I shouldn't have focused on this one thing or this one person. And now it's like, okay, well, I'm going to take the opportunity to rest and or try to relax so that way you can get some type of spark or passion back into you. You will get it back. If you feel like your whole family is working through something that's kind of chaotic right now, if you can, be the light and bright person, if you can. Because something is going to balance out when it comes to if you are the negativity and the dullness over the house. It's going to help people move on. All right. So it's like you come in with the Christmas music. You come in with the, like, okay, well, let's all, build this gingerbread house. Let's all do something and you can kind of liven the house back up. You also could be disappointed in a job or an opportunity that you were trying to start or that you thought was like, okay, well, I can make money when I sleep or I can hold on to something and it'll be secure. And maybe you're thinking like, okay, well, if I can just take a moment to rest, I can kind of bring this back up and be stable. And that may be a challenge if you do it too early. You also may be disappointed in someone else that you thought was going to come back towards you and give you an opportunity to hold on to them. This could be an earth sign masculine. If they do present you the opportunity to hold on to them, this is because they were blocked by someone else that they felt like was stable. And so they're going to bullshit you. They're going to breadcrumb you into some type of bullshit for sure. Because they feel like their value is not as stable as it used to be. Yeah, they're thrown off right now. They could be recovering when it comes to a situation and or their finances. And they're just like, okay, well, I can recover by charming somebody until I get what I need. They also could be trying to charm a system. It's like, okay, well, if I can go and be nice or whatever the case may be, or I can, kind of uphold myself or, say that I'm founded or this is what I think or this is how I live. And, some type of judge will see me and or celebrate me for my ideas and or my passions. But they could be working backwards. Something may not, go the way that they want, as smoothly the way that they want. And then they sit back when they're like, okay, wait, what just happened? They got to snap back into reality. So be careful who you're dealing with or who you're waiting on. All right. When it comes to somebody that's in and out of your life, it's toxic. FYI when it comes to it. They're going to be in and out of some type of sexual whatever that y'all do together, and you're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel like there's going to be some type of challenge there. Somebody is also could be fixated on someone else that they feel like has some type of value, or they can do something by themselves that'll block them. So just be careful on who's going to be dangling something in front of your feet, because somebody is childish and you may not see the full story, or you may just be hiding it. Maybe you do see it. You can take the blinders off, but you don't really want to based off of what's going on in your situation. All right, so when it comes to something that makes you feel renewed and or make you feel, this This earth sign, this fire sign is out here again. Okay, so it's like, oh, I've been holding on, I've been waiting for this, or you know, whatever. Let's see if we can move this forward. And then you realize that somebody's completely thrown off more than they were when y'all first had the kind of boundary. It ain't good. You're gonna end up having to reconcile with who you are and or how you talk or how you do something, and then you're gonna feel like again they're just obsessed with some type of status and or being seen a certain type of way. So it's like, okay, well, they want to be seen as the man, or they want to be seen as someone to the public. So when y'all out, they'll open your door, they'll do certain things. But when y'all in the house, they don't give a fuck. It's like all that happiness, all that stuff, that it doesn't stop. It's like, okay, well, what happened? And it's like, damn, they truly were manipulating you because they needed some type of support or they needed to go through some type of change. And you're going to be in your head because you hated that you created the situation and you knew better. You knew that you should have walked away. It's up to you, Jamal. All right, now when it comes to you doing something that's going to make you feel really whole and complete, this could be related to your work or something that you're really good at. Something feels successful, something feels like I have everything that I need and you're putting in work, but somehow this still may lead to some type of heartbreak. Why are you heartbroken over your job? All right, so there either could be somebody around that feels like you're a hater or somebody's going to put you in your head because things are changing. Something is not the same. And maybe you're trying to balance your emotions and or come off a different type of way so that way people can look at you like, okay, well, yeah, you are the target or you are the source of some type of happiness or clarity. But you could feel stuck right now in the way that you communicate. So it's not all bad, but you could be in your head about your job. All right, what we got for, I almost called you Scorpio. Gemini, something is for their benefit, so you need to break something down and or pay attention. Shift your focus. Something about the pool or jacuzzi could be important, maybe even church. Something about fried chicken and or public Wi-Fi could be important. You could be needing to go to the nail salon. You could be a nail tech or something about your nails could be important. Maybe you're someone that wears press-on nails. It's just something that you shouldn't do, not something that you can't. You could be going on some type of sale or there's some type of like, what do you call them sales when you outside? Like a yard sale. Maybe there's a church sale. Somebody's baking something, some type of goods or something like that could be important. You could be going independent or trying to figure out how to do so. The destruction from your transition is over. Somebody could also be dating someone who's transgender. Who's dating someone who's transgender? All right, this could be a Cancer. This could be an Aquarius. This could be you, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Heavy on Aquarius. Oh, you're a Gemini. Maybe you know this Aquarius. I don't know why I called you Aquarius. All right, anyways, you could be wondering who's around you, but you need to let somebody go for sure because somebody will not come in unless you do. All right, let's move on. Who's out the Gemini? Cancer. Let's go to Cancer. There may be some type of investigation, Cancer, or you may need to look in something very clearly. When it comes to some type of job, maybe somebody's looking into your background and or your history. Maybe you're applying for a job, you're applying for an apartment. Somebody's researching you before they provide you an opportunity and you will get it. So congratulations. This is going to lead to some type of new beginning. You also may be trying to figure out when somebody took the opportunity to go towards somebody that you love or that you were dealing with. Oh, gosh. You may realize that somebody's a hater. Somebody was wanting you to feel defeated and or humiliated. They could have talked about how you were aggressive. Or somebody said this to you about someone else. So the person that went towards someone that you love, they could be an Aquarius, a Virgo, a Capricorn towards a Virgo, an air sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, a Gemini, or a Virgo, for sure. Somebody is secretly a hater. And you're going to have to withdraw from their deception. And once you do, they're going to feel defeated. Who is this? Cancer? How do you know this person? If they're not somebody that you... Because they went towards your person. So they're not somebody that you date. How do you know them? So this is somebody that you have love for. You talk to them from time to time. Y'all gonna have a drink from time to time. But you feel like they're heartbroken over a situation. That they're self-absorbed. So you've known them through different phases of their life. So you've seen them go through a heartbreak and go through a new love. Maybe go through a heartbreak and they still sit on the sadness of the heartbreak. Somebody all of a sudden hates this Gemini, or they hate someone who has some type of ethics and or morals. because they're separating some type of regret and or emotions from what was going on. It's like, okay, well, I understand that you feel emotional about the situation, or there's something that you would want to say or something included, but that has nothing to do with the topic of today, so we're not going to include it. Somebody's like, oh, well, I want to bring this up. It's like, we're not bringing this up. We need to actually leave something behind. Somebody don't want to speak up and do something on their behalf, or they feel like you don't, Cancer, and this is making them upset. Who don't want to speak up? This could be a Pisces, a Virgo, or this is who feels like this, heavy on the Pisces, or a Sagittarius. They're heartbroken by some type of challenge. They hate the police, or they hate some type of attorney, or they hate some type of system that they have to do something with logic. Because now they feel like, okay, well, I've already walked away from being able to protect myself or being able to maintain some type of control. They took the opportunity to have some type of careless energy or just to ignore a situation. And maybe they wanted you to refuse some type of offer and or ignore someone else. Say, oh, well, let's detach from this person that I've invested in or that I was dealing with for a while until this person overcomes some type of addiction, or until they realize that something is going to make them want to be with me, or they're conflicted about how they're going to invest in this person or how they're going to make this person waste their time. And this is somebody that you love, and it feels like they're going through some type of destruction right now. There's some type of adversity, and it's all based off of a separation or them trying to be a bully. So maybe they feel like, okay, well, you know, through Sagittarius season, I'm trying to be patient, but they need your help for something. And maybe right now they still have some type of confidence that you will, but you could be secretly in your head about if this is practical for you because you need some type of resource. You also, if you're a masculine, that could be somebody that you want to date, but you're conflicted on if this is going to either bring some type of obstacle or challenge. Maybe you know someone's baby dad, or you know someone's baby mom, or someone's ex. It's like, okay, well, they could be a wish fulfillment to me, but you could be in your head because of it. Because you feel like the person that they were dealing with is unreliable and or could be a bully, literally, a dictator. But you're willing to kind of go through some type of cycle. Say, okay, I'm going to get out of my head and just kind of take an offer towards them because they seem practical. What would this go like? I think that they're going to embrace it. You're going to feel like, oh, okay, well, they were waiting on me. Okay, great. We can go out and have some type of fun, and or we can embrace each other. Be careful. Somebody can get pregnant quickly. Yeah, you're like, okay, well, I'm friends with my baby mom, or I'm friends with my baby dad, so I don't really have a burden. I don't really care about yours, but let's just see where this goes. You could be meeting somebody new. All right, what else for Cancer? All right, so there's some type of new idea, and or you have some type of mental clarity about why you were anxious or why someone else is. Yeah, you are. Somebody is worried about being blocked and or being held on to. It's like, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to get released, or I'm not, there's something that they feel like it's not going to be able to, whether this is a payment, whether this is like, okay, well, I can't get my car back when I need to. I can't get something back when I need to when it comes to their structure. It's going to be clear that somebody is in their head about how they're going to be able to hold on or what options they're going to have to make. And maybe you have some type of clarity. It's like, oh, is this what your issue is? Okay, well, I know you don't see any type of solution, but I have some type of action you can take, or I know someone that can help you break a situation down or help you find some type of recovery or strength. So you may even be suggesting something to someone or helping them through a situation. You also may need to block someone that's in some type of denial. Who's in denial? This could be a Scorpio, an Aries, a Gemini, or a water sign. Somebody's in denial about how they can overcome some type of confusion and or how they can get some type of forgiveness. Who do they want the forgiveness from? All right, this could be from another Aries, a Libra, an Aquarius, or an air sign. They feel like they took action or they made this person do some type of action and they didn't know that there was some type of clarity. It's like, okay, they knew this air sign, the Aries or the Gemini that you know, knew someone else that had a job. And it's like, oh, well, just do this for me. Block this person or make them have some type of denial or make them have some type of something that goes in our favor. So that way they have to recover or they have to do something a certain type of way. Well, this fire sign or whoever that you know or this Gemini that did this, now they got that person that they asked to do this stuck. because that person that did it didn't know that there was some type of trail or somebody that was clear that this person was doing something underneath the table. And so now they're like, okay, well, I'm pregnant. I'm trying to expand my family. I done fucked up my job or something that was practical for this other family or against someone else. And so, okay, well, how do we take some type of offer to them to balance this out? Or how do we fix this so that way so-and-so don't lose their job and or we don't go through some type of unexpected setback before this hits the judge or before this hits the manager's desk, before this hits something else? They're realizing something was bad news. And again, this could be centered by they were trying to help someone else that you know. And you can know this Libra, this Virgo. Okay, FYI. All right, let's do one more message for Cancer. And then we're going to wrap this up and go to Leo. And Leo will finish with you. All right, Cancer. So you definitely could be fixated on somebody. You feel like somebody looks good. Or maybe after y'all have some type of sexual experience, you're like, yeah, I'm focusing on them. Like, this my babe. Let me take them out somewhere. Let's go do something. Or somebody's going to want to do this with you. It seems like y'all going to enjoy a lot of time together. Heavy on the vacation. Y'all could be going somewhere for sure. If you went, this could be also an ex. It's like somebody hung up on you or somebody's not talking to you anymore. And maybe y'all went on a small trip. It was just the two of y'all. And it's like, okay, well, we had some type of temptation or we had a whole lot of fun when it comes to it. It's like somebody that went to the beach or it's like, oh, well, that's really my homie or I've known this person for a while. Y'all were actually together for a while or it's like y'all had some type of soul connection. Somebody ran away from the situation or they got out of it. And somebody's like, okay, well, now I want to fight back. I want to come in and see if I can butter you up. So you could have somebody that's coming back from your ex that you already went on a vacation with. They're going to be trying to finesse you because they feel like they're going through a situation. They're being called out on some type of roller coaster. So no to them. You may not even be into the same type of kinky things that they're into anymore. It's not the same. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's a disagreement or I don't really like that. Or you may feel like something about them is just like, yeah, no, thank you. You may not even be interested in them anymore. All right, Cancer. Let's see. Confirmations. You could be off your sleep schedule right now. You're starting to see the differences when it comes to how you interact with other people. You need to go cross-watch an air sign reading. Your self-talk is what's blocking you. Somebody's not even being romantic or they're going to come back and they're not going to be romantic. You could be overly going if she invites you if you're a masculine. Success comes from completing goals, but something could be triggering your childhood wounds. Somebody only wants you, or you're going to tell them that you only want them once y'all have some type of interaction. You could have a repeated customer or there's a repeated service that you're always getting. You or them could be doing too much. You just need to clear your mind and or clear your space when it comes to some type of situation, and then you'll get some type of good news. Congratulations. So you can treat somebody better than the other person can? Or that's what they're going to try to tell you. Like, oh, don't leave me. I could treat you better than your ex. I could treat you better than your baby mama, etc. All right, let's move on. Last but not least, Leo. Somebody could feel like they're in the hot seat, Leo, whether this is you or somebody else. This could be a Pisces, a Cancer, a Taurus, or an Aries. What's going on with them? This could be somebody that you have some type of connection with, a partnership with. You feel like you guys are compatible. Things started off very well, and it feels like, okay, well, we can have a new start, or we can just have some type of purity to us where it's kind of careless and carefree. There's no restrictions. But throughout this process, somebody tapped into some type of insecurity, or they feel like you're depressed or shallow when it comes to a situation. Oh gosh. So now they're having a new start when it comes to them using their logic and or having some type of structure with the way that they communicate to you. So they may intentionally not text you back or call you back, or they may intentionally not do something so that way they can adapt. You may have a relationship. This could be with a Cancer and or a Gemini feminine. Somebody is manipulative. Okay. Somebody is lying and or dishonest. They're trying to be sneaky right now. It's manipulating your own negative thoughts and or your own clarity. So be careful when it comes to the situation. You also could be in your head about some type of action or some type of target, some type of goal you were trying to hit when it comes to somebody that you are supposed to have love for. Somebody could be sending a message to you that all of a sudden that they have a new love or somebody else that they want to invest in. It's like, what the hell? Now all of a sudden they want to go to this Gemini. They want to go towards this Capricorn or this Aries, this Leo. be careful when it comes to this feminine. You also could be trying to have a new start and or a new structure when it comes to your business, or there could be someone who has some type of business and it seems like they have a new start that balances out all of a sudden. And maybe you want to go towards this person. It's like, okay, well, I see that you can celebrate or you can socialize now, but you're in your head because of what? Why are you in your head, Leo? Because you know that this person is going to be powerful, or you know something about a marriage or somebody that's married with a kid. What does this have to do with that person? Okay, so the person that you know that's having some type of change when it comes to their job, whatever they're doing, it seems practical. Maybe this could be you and you're the person that's having some type of change. Anyways, it seems like they are grounded. They have something that's going for them, but they could feel like they are kind of stuck or withdrawn from a situation and or a family. They're trying to let go of a situation that will lead to some type of danger and or some type of trap. And maybe somehow you're in and out of the other person's life or conversations who's trying to manipulate the situation and set the trap. Are you? You are. So you're in between somebody who wants to hurt someone and someone who's the person being hurt. Somehow, some way. And in the midst of this, you're married or you're attached to somebody who's trying to leave you for someone else. Okay. What else is going on for Leo? There could be some type of opportunity that you feel like you missed. This could be a job, a career. It's like, okay, well, there was some type of fear when it comes to that job or something that you feel like you just needed to avoid. This is going to boost your confidence going forward. Because maybe you're going to meet someone else or there's going to be another opportunity. Maybe between now and then, if you haven't met this or you haven't had this interview or whatever, yet you were sad. So, okay, well, maybe I were being guilty. Maybe there's some type of sadness or I should have took it or whatever. You need to have some type of confidence in this. Because you're going to meet someone else and this is going to restore your faith and make you feel new and that something can grow or something was the right decision. You just could be conflicted throughout the process on how and or when is the right choice or when you'll be able to make the right decision. Okay, but if you refuse an offer, you were supposed to. Okay, because initially you were feel like, okay, well, I'll accept this offer. I'll go into this. I'll be positive. I'll be energetic. And then in the end, you'll feel left behind or you'll feel like some type of structure was only there just for themselves and so that way they can recover. Something ends quicker than you were expecting. You could be seeing 555. There could be someone who's growing. Somebody could be pregnant or they're growing a business. They're growing something that they're trying to create. They could have reconciled with someone. And then they feel like, okay, well, now this person still has some type of ego where I feel burnt out by reconciling with this person. And so now they're going into some type of new love. Yeah, and they're trying to deny some type of bad outlook or bad outlook. Outlook, something about your email could be important. What's up with your email? Oh, you feel like somebody's ignoring you? So maybe it's like, okay, well, either you feel like somebody's ignoring your email or you're calling somebody and they're not answering the phone. It's like, okay, well, what's up with them? Should I send them an email? And because you feel ignored, this may make you want to go into some type of conflict and or create some type of obstacle or challenge. But then this may end up making you feel like you're depressed or there's something that's going on once you get some type of clarity about why they were ignoring you or why they didn't answer the phone. So hold tight when it comes to something. It's like you go off, right? It's like, oh, so-and-so didn't call me back. So-and-so didn't answer their phone. I'm about to just say what I say and say how I feel. And it's like, okay, cool. You do that. And once you get some type of clarity, like, damn, their phone was disconnected. Damn, they was in an interview. Damn, it's like, oh, shit, I shouldn't have done all of that. They was at the doctor's office or it's like, oh, I shouldn't have done all of that. Be careful when it comes to it because then they're going to be like, okay, well, great. Now I can see that you're toxic or now I'm about to detach from you because of this. All right, what else is going on for Leo? Flip the roles if you need to. There could be some type of gathering that's coming up. I mean, this could be Christmas. Maybe you're around your family. You could be celebrating somebody's birthday. But you feel like you're conflicted by this and or again, there's some type of divided loyalty for sure. Somebody feels like I'm exhausted. I don't really have the stamina to kind of control the situation and or to act like I'm happy when it comes to it. So somebody may be making a hard choice not to come. But they feel like it's a hard choice also to say this with courage, because they feel like there's somebody around who likes things to go their way, or maybe you do. So somebody's in their head about saying that they're not coming to a situation. And maybe they feel like, okay, well, you're not coming because this is out of ego, or because you're trying to hold back, or there's some type of deep-seated fear or a scar that you're holding on to, a conversation that hurt you. And somebody's like, no, I'm actually trying to hold back because I need resources. Maybe they defeated somebody that was trying to come towards them. It's like, okay, well, that took a lot of energy out of them, or they knew that something was happening, and so they had to maintain some type of strength. So again, you may jump the gun when it comes to, oh, well, somebody didn't show up, or somebody's not answering the phone because of this, that, and the third, and it's not even a real reason. All right, last message for Leo. And then we're done for today. Be careful. Somebody could be in distress. Somebody may need emergency services, and or somebody may call 911, or maybe you just have to pull over if somebody's like coming around you. This is also giving be careful because somebody is like quick to go sleep with someone, and they may need to go get their health checked. Somebody's coming to you, she's like, okay, well, I can come save the day. I can help you when you're in distress, but as long as you get to me, or you feed into my fantasies, or whatever the case may be, you know, you'll sleep good. I'll make sure that you're A-okay. But they could be acting shady and or sneaking around, so that way they don't get caught up when it comes to you, because they know that you're a frenemy, you're a fake friend, and or that you do things with hidden intentions. Flip the rose, Leo. All of a sudden somebody is like, okay, well, there's somebody else that's going and doing something too much, and they're trying to sleep, or they're trying to have some type of peace, so let's see if we can do something together and make them on edge. And this may be happening at the point in time that you feel like, oh no, I'm just enjoying my moment, or I'm just kind of living something to the fullest. It's like, okay, well, I feel good, and you know, maybe from time to time you think about letting them spend a night, but you feel like that's just going to lead to some type of delay that you don't want. So you rather just yearn and miss them. All right, somebody could be wanting to sleep with you all of a sudden. King or queen shit only. Something about your bed could be important, or a new mattress. There's an abandonment wound that you need to address. People like watching you, or maybe you're on social media. People are watching you, but they're not liking or reacting to the things that you post online. You need to relax. Something will help you level up if you view it from another angle. Things will change, or things are about to change. You just need to pay attention to what you're doing. You are a leader. You just need to figure out in which segment. That also came out for Aries, so you could be dealing with an Aries. Somebody, you or them, are scared to choose when it comes to a situation. Somebody's trying to report you or your channel. Oh, child. Let's see. Who's trying to report Leo? Somebody's trying to run game, or who are you trying to report, Leo? This could be an Aquarius, an Aries, a Leo, Sagittarius, a Taurus, a Capricorn, a Libra, an Aries, Leo, a Gemini. Leo, Aries, that definitely say Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So it could be an Aries or a Leo too. I don't know why I kept saying that. All right, let's go into some personals. Let's see. If you miss your segment, it'll be posted on YouTube by tonight, later on tonight. Let's see. All right, Genesis, are you still here? We'll do your confirmation. I need your sign too. And then we'll do her reading. Yeah, you are. Okay, cool. What's your sign, love? Are you a Sagittarius? Your thing say December 3rd. Maybe you got a kid that's a fire sign. I don't want to waste no time. Did you tell me what sign you were? Oh wait, maybe I went up too far. No, I don't see it yet. All right, what's your sign, love? We'll do your whatever, your confirmation message. Yeah, we'll do your reading after we do her confirmation message. Chin, December 3. You're welcome. Are you still here, Jen? What's your sign? I'm not sure why you can't. Yeah, I can't see it. Type it with a period. I just need your sign. Or give me the symbol. Okay, you're a Cancer. All right, let's see. Let's do your confirmation message. You do have some type of good karma. There's somebody around you that could be going through some type of panic attack. You also could be telling somebody, let's say you go to someone's house. You're like, no, let's open the window. Let's clean this up. Maybe they're kind of depressed and you're helping them get out of some type of energy. All right, let's figure out who is this that's having a panic attack that's around you. All right, so it's not you. This could be another Cancer or it's a Virgo. So you may know another Cancer or you may know a Virgo. Somebody comes off as successful, like they're letting go of some type of regret and they're seizing the moment. But it feels like there's some type of delayed news or there's some type of plan that's having them like run through their mind that they're trying to figure out how to break free from. So somebody is going through something because they're a hypocrite or they feel like they were dishonest and they're stuck. All right, somebody that you know. Somebody could be dealing with the courts. Who's dealing with the court? This could be a fire sign, an earth sign, outcome. Okay, so they may be overwhelmed. I ain't gonna get into the details because I don't do legal readings. But initially it may come off like, okay, well, I have some type of self-esteem. I know where things kind of lay off. I can show what I can show, or I have something to show that I can adapt to it. It's okay, I have something to show for this, or, you know, there's an issue, I can clear it up. I can show that there's an issue with my tags. I can show that I have my tags now. There's an issue with my insurance. I can show that I have insurance, but something may not go the way that they want. They made something that pops up unexpectedly, and it causes them to completely change how they structured something or do something. All right, so you may know somebody that's going to court. All right, who's going to stop fucking with you? This could be a Virgo. Maybe they feel like, okay, well, I have to be disciplined now. Or this also could be a Capricorn or a Sagittarius. They feel like, okay, well, I have to have some type of discipline or do something for myself. And they're going to be flexible, or they're going to find something else to focus on because of the courts, or because of some type of police officer, because someone else who was honest around them, about what they got going on for their child, or whatever they need to do to protect themselves. So somebody's going to retreat and leave you alone. Okay. Don't lower your standards when it comes to who. This could be a Scorpio, a Capricorn, a Pisces. Somebody's going to come off as mature, but they're insincere. They could be older than you. They're like, okay, well, yeah, I don't have anybody that's attached to me, or I don't do anything that's toxic. But they like to assert some type of control over situations. So you're going to need to trust yourself when it comes to walking away, or it's going to throw you completely off balance. This could be somebody that likes to indulge in one-sided relationships on purpose. So that way they can come off as arrogant, and or someone that can show off who they are. You know, they may want to show you off, but then there's still going to be some type of confusion in the background. You're going to feel like you wasted your time. All right, so don't lower your standards when it comes to something. All right, if you feel like there's one thing after another that keeps popping up or that you have to tackle, make sure you tackle this with confidence, because once you sit back and realize that you're independent and or that you have confidence, you know what action to take. You just may need to be persistent and or find something, a routine or something that's going to be reliable, that's going to help you protect something, or keep exploring how you can follow your heart. But you can tackle whatever this is that's keep coming up one by one. Don't allow something to make you aggressive. You may be leaving your home, or there may be something that you're going to. Okay, but you leaving your home could actually be a good thing, right? So it's like you're moving, but this is going to help you recover or release some type of pain that you've been holding on to. You're going to be happy that you're moving. Okay, so you could have told somebody to meet you at the top, but they got lost. This could be an Aries or somebody that you were trying to marry. If this is not an Aries or an Aquarius, you're going to realize between Aquarius and Aries season that you're going to have some type of success, and that person is still going through the same situation. They honestly may feel humiliated by it because they're dealing with a Cancer, a Gemini, or a Pisces that's immature. Okay. So it's like, okay, well, you handle your business, I'll handle mine, and hopefully we can both do the same thing, and they can't. So who wants to put you in the middle of a situation? This could be a Scorpio, a water sign for sure, maybe even a Capricorn or a Libra. They're confused about some type of fear and or what they're imagining. And they're like, okay, well, at the point that I need to surrender or I need to recover from a situation, will you let me do so there? They want you to be kind to them until they get some type of good news. You need to be careful when it comes to putting yourself in the middle. You don't need to be worn out. Hang with people that fit your future. So who are you going to meet that's good for you? This could be a Leo, and this is somebody that actually don't want to sleep with you. This could also be a Sagittarius, okay? And this may be happening at the point in time that you feel like you don't really trust people, and or there's somebody around you that you've identified as a hater. They hate your milestones or that you've been able to celebrate, and then you meet somebody else that's going to be a part of your future. All right, who wants to show you all? This could be a Virgo. Heavy on a Virgo. But it seems like they're trying to guide themselves out of some type of detachment or somebody that they were codependent on, and they have some type of negative thoughts when it comes to it. So somebody wants to show and prove something to you or show you off. All right, so that's your confirmation message. Hi. Oh, you're going through court for child support. Okay, cool. Your son's dad is a Virgo. Got it. Okay, cool. Let's move on to your reading. What was Tatiana, what's your sign and what's your topic for your reading? Let me make sure you didn't put it in here. Maybe I didn't see it. Okay, no, I don't see it in here. I need your topic and your sign. You're a Capricorn? Okay, cool. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. You're a Capricorn, love for me. Okay. Your person's a Virgo. Let's figure out what's going on with your love situation. Oh. Alright, so what's falling apart? What's falling apart for your love situation? Somebody got a confession. And this may be when things kind of break down. Are you going through somebody's phone? What's their sign? They're a Virgo. Somebody could be going through someone's phone. And maybe you're going to realize when they create distance, it's because they're having some type of thrill or excitement with someone else. And they may tell you, like, okay, well, I haven't been sleeping because I feel brokenhearted, or I hurt myself, or I did. Maybe they have hurt themselves recently. Even if it's nothing major, it's like they bump into something and they get a scratch or they get a burn, or there's something that they do to hurt themselves. They can be telling you that they have some type of thrill that they get off to, or something that they've been doing, and you're going to see this clear as day. Or again, you're going through their phone. I'm not telling you what to do, but you could have already did so. Somebody also could tell you that they get a thrill off of doing something early, or they like to do something to kind of it's like when you turn your back, they may reach out to somebody early in the morning. They may either like to drink early, or they may like to go deal with someone secretly early. You may find out about what this person's been doing, and you're going to free yourself from any type of imbalance or distorted vision that you've had. All right, how do they feel about you? Because I already don't like where this is going. How does this person feel about you? They feel like this can remain private. They feel like you can remain private, that you're open to it. But there may be some type of exposure, and this may, again, surprise you. And you may feel like, okay, well, why are you fake concerned? Or why are you acting like you're the victim, or that you're sad when you're the one that did this? There's some type of karmic lesson that you're going to realize that this person has to go through. They also may feel like, okay, well, I'll be authentic now. I can tell the world that we're together, or I'll, whatever sadness that I feel, it was just a lesson. They're going to try to make you in your doubts about their emotions and or about whatever they just told you. But they're still trying to hide the scent. They're still trying to hide something. They're definitely holding back. Energy, if you give them another chance. You're going to be testing your own limits. And there's going to be some type of gossip. It's like, okay, well, they get looked at as somebody that's abundant, and then you get looked at as somebody who doesn't have some type of discipline. Like you don't have some type of structure to yourself because you let them come back, especially after they confess. So this is going to test your boundaries or your friendship with yourself. Okay. How do they feel about this relationship? They feel like there's some type of balance, or they can balance out some type of disappointment. They feel like you're not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to be honest. They feel like you're not going to go anywhere. They can balance out some type of disappointment, and you can pick up wherever you guys left off. And they feel like, yes, you may be heartbroken about a situation. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I did go, sleep with a man. I did go do this or whatever the case may be. But, I still really want to be with you. This is it long term. Okay, well, all relationships will go through issues or whatever the case may be. They're going to think like, okay, well, we can be in and out of this. And so that way I can still embrace you or celebrate you. They're the type of person that's going to hurt you and then want to embrace you if you're crying or if you're sad. You need to balance this out ASAP. What comes to you next when you do? Something won't feel like a challenge. There's some time, and it may not be love. There's just something that you're going through. This could be your finances or something that you're trying to increase for yourself that you feel like it's a challenge right now. It won't be a challenge. It's actually going to be supported very quickly. And you're like, okay, well, great. I can take something along with me, or I still have something, in my savings or whatever the case may be. You give yourself love and passion throughout it. Somebody's lying to you about a situation. All right. Well, let's see. Hopefully nobody was sleeping with a friend. Or they were sleeping with someone that they felt like, okay, well, this person can help me with some type of decision or something that I need. What's going on with this person, with this Virgo? Okay, so this person feels like they're on the verge of the truth coming out. They could have been definitely trying to repair a situation with a Libra, an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Sagittarius, or a Pisces. Again, there's a third party or a friend that's around here. They could feel like you're hormonal, or they're going to try to say that like, oh, you're just going through some type of phase, or oh, you just need to let this go, or they're going to try to use that as some type of betrayal. But they know that the situation is toxic. They know that something is going on, especially if they were dealing with an air sign for sure. Maybe even a water sign. There's some type of big mess. There also could be a situation they're interconnected with when it comes to the courts or the attorney. It's time for you to let this go, love. I can't tell you no clearer. Something backfired. Okay, somebody's out here having a lot of sex, but you may be trying to stay positive, or you need to stay positive when it comes to it. There's something that you're still wanting that you really want, something that you're waiting on that you really want. Okay, but you could be carrying old baggage and or old trauma. And you may feel like, okay, well, something's going to sting, but I need time to clear my mind and or my space. Be careful, because this is going to have you going back and forth, and you may have some type of benefits or that's on hold or something that's going to be at risk of being lost. And at the point in time that you feel like this person is being supportive and they're not. Someone's talking shit about their own kids or their own parents. All right, so be careful when it comes to this. But go ahead and drop your follow-up yes or no question. It doesn't have to be related. Give me one yes or no question, and then we'll close out your reading. We'll make sure nobody else sent in before we move on. But I just moved in with her until I can get myself together. Yeah, that's what's given. You're like, okay, well, I need something, or just until then, I just don't like it. I'm just being honest with you. So just be careful when it comes to the situation. Somebody gonna confess something. They are gonna tell you. Especially if you do. I mean, maybe you're gonna ask and they're gonna be like, okay, fine, I'll just tell you. All right, what's your question? Will the divorce be finalized in January? Yes, it will. But somebody is still going to have to figure out how they're living beyond their means. They're not going to feel like they have any type of value. They're not really going to feel like themselves. They're going to feel like, okay, well, I have to overwork myself, or I have to act or put on an extra front to act like I'm happy. You may end up feeling ignored. So just kind of expect that, even if it's like, okay, well, we went through a cycle, we're getting better, and then it goes completely opposite. Okay, so just FYI when it comes to it. All right, let me see. Anybody else send in before we move on? Okay, Gabrielle, what's your sign? Yeah, we'll do love. Okay, cool. Let's see. What's your sign? But what is she confessing? Go ask her. she'll probably just tell you. They'll probably tell you, especially when they have some type of real inclination that you already know something's up. You're single? Okay, cool. What's going on when it comes to your love life? So you have people that wants to connect with you. You honestly could be connected to someone that's going to give you a wish fulfillment, but maybe you like to connect with people that you feel like has some type of status and or luxury to them. You like to have somebody that you know has some type of finances. But in the midst of this, you also could feel ignored. It's like, okay, well, yeah, there are people that's interested in me, and maybe some of them do have some type of value, but, you know, I don't really want to deal with something right now because you feel like there's an issue or something that's spilled milk, or even if this is not related to love, it's like, okay, well, there's still something else that I have to handle or something that's going on in the background. There's also going to be something that's going to feel like, okay, well, I had everything that I need, or something was successful. You get some type of finances, but be careful because if you spend it too quickly, it's like, okay, well, you're still able to hold on to something, but it's like, damn, what did I spend all that money on? You got to go back to your bank account. Something won't be a challenge. And then you may feel like, okay, I can go eat, I can go drink, I can go have a good fun, I can celebrate my birthday. And then like at the end of the month, it's like, damn, okay, I ended back up in a situation. I got to make sure I can change something or readjust something. So watch your spending between now and Aquarius season. There is somebody around that's going to want to celebrate you and or embrace you when it comes to love and around your birthday time. And when it comes to this decision, you may feel like, okay, well, this person is balanced. You may have met this person a while ago. Maybe you met them in college or something that after you left high school could be important. So somebody may want to celebrate you or embrace you, even if it's not the same day, but it's somebody that you definitely either are going to be interested in having a relationship with, or it's like, okay, well, let's just see where this goes. You could have a relationship right now with the fire sign feminine, and maybe there's some type of fears and or emotions about this person, or if you guys can have a new start. This doesn't have to be LGBTQA. This could be like a friend. This could be like a sibling or somebody in your family. It's like, well, I'm confused on, you know, if I should allow this person back in my life or what's going to happen here. They could have a relationship or a relationship with somebody that they feel like is having them side-eye the other person, or they hate another person, or they feel like you had a relationship with someone that they hate. Yeah, you invested in somebody for a while, and it feels like they end up giving strength to someone else, or giving some like type of love to someone else, and the person that wants a new start hates that person. Why do they hate them so much? Because of a friend? Because of two other masculines that was around? So somebody could have a baby dad or a baby mom, and they feel like they could see somebody that you used to date. They see their person in them too, and so they're trying to redirect you from someone that you could be dating. So make sure you don't tell all your business about who you're dating to this fire sign woman, because they may have some type of resentment that they're holding on to, that they try to, you know, get that person out of your life. Now, I'm not saying that person is supposed to be in your life. Let's see, what's up with this person that you meet? Are they supposed to be in your life? Because it seems like right now you could be trying to detach from some type of drama. What's the sudden thing that happens? Okay, so I feel like you're going to have them in your life for a little bit, but you are going to walk away. It's going to start off just like a conversation, right? So let's say you're out at a restaurant, you're out having a drink or doing something for yourself, and somebody's like, oh, I'll pay this for you, or I'll do something for you. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, let's talk, or let's have a conversation. There's some type of flirting going on. But in the midst of this, you feel like, all right, I'm not disappointed. I don't really have anybody that I'm attached to, or I can just kind of go with the flow. And then all of a sudden you have to end something. It's like, yeah, no, thank you. There's some type of conflict, or they say something and you don't leave with them, or whatever the case may be. But maybe somehow this fire sign is calling you. So it's like you go out by yourself, they call you, and it's like, okay, well, what are you doing? What you're working on? Or, you know, I see that you got some type of success with something that you were trying to master. Or how are you celebrating? And so then they want to know who's around you, because maybe the man speaks up or they say something. It's like you're just out having a good time, and it's not gonna work either way. But this may be your lesson about this fire sign that you don't need to be talking to, because if not, it's gonna make you fixated on that. Okay, well, who all is bad, or you can't make a hard choice or a decision for yourself. Okay, so you may meet somebody while you're out, but that's not your person. Who else is coming towards you? So there could be an air sign that's coming towards you, and this person could be healing and or finding some type of direction. They may be helping you with some type of direction, or you going somewhere. And it seems like this person don't really have any kind of challenges or issues either. You may communicate with an air sign. They could either already have a child, or it's like whenever y'all first start talking, y'all only talk about small potatoes, and then all of a sudden they want to talk about the bigger picture of their life, and if they're a husband, and it's like, oh, okay, so now you're interested. They may tell you a little bit more after y'all either do something or after y'all have a little bit more fun than what you're expecting. You may actually end up moving on from this person as well, because you may feel like dating is a burden. You may have some type of finances or legacy or something that's going really good when it comes to your job, and you feel like you have to make a decision, or maybe you have to choose. It's like you get a promotion or something, but maybe you have to move, or maybe you have to change your work hours, and it's like, I don't really want to leave this person hanging, even though I'm tempted or I like them. You feel like you have a routine or something else that you just got out of, so it's like you got out of a financial issue, and at the point that you're meeting this person or dating them, it's kind of like, I don't want to get back into it, so you choose your career over this air sign. How does the air sign feel about you? So they do know that you're a new person. They feel like you're completely different from their ex. They feel like you guys can adapt to the situation, but maybe you didn't give them a chance. They feel like you can adapt to this new love, or that you should be able to. They're happy. But again, you may just go through a transition where you feel like I have everything that I need, and so let's just remain friends. Do y'all remain friends? Initially, no. Somebody feels conflicted on, okay, well, are you dealing with somebody else? They feel like, okay, well, what, you just hate something about me and my stability, or whatever the case may be. And then they like, okay, well, let me let this go. Let me make sure that I'm actually secure, and then y'all actually are friends after the fact. Now, if this is an old person that you already dealt with, if this is an old air sign that you moved on with and that you used to love, somebody could be sad right now. They can regret you walking away and or isolating you, or causing some type of issue, or giving you something that you didn't really want, or trying to. They could be going through some type of financial issue as well. So somebody could be trying to communicate with you, or maybe you meet them or you see them out somewhere while you're eating, or you're getting something quick, something like that, and they feel heartbroken about this relationship. This is somebody that you already stopped talking to completely. You don't talk to them at all. And maybe you actually being patient with yourself when it comes to it. Okay, so you got two new people coming towards you. You may not fully date either one of them, and you may just have some type of fun. Someone around you can't accept that something is over. Who is this? Who can't accept that it's over? This could be coming out in fire sign season. This definitely could be a fire sign or an earth sign. And maybe they cause a challenge when it comes to y'all being stable and or having some type of family or establishment, and now they're in their head because now they feel like they need some type of protection and or structure in order to rest. You could be drinking some type of good wine or trying some type of new wine. You need to delete a message to who? This could be to an air sign or somebody that you already separated from, or someone that's already, you can tell that they're thrown off, right? So maybe you guys are not communicating as well, or there's some type of issue when it comes to communication. And you're like, okay, well, yeah, we can just kind of figure this out and kind of go towards a new start. But then there's some type of worry, or there's some type of sadness. So don't even talk back, or don't even say anything to them. Just delete whatever you're going to say. Now, if it comes to a Sagittarius and a Sagittarius wants to date you, the answer is no, absolutely not. Somebody is stingy. Somebody, I'm not going to say they can be aggressive physically, but there's something that they need to absorb and move on from. It's going to cause a burden. Absolutely not. Maybe they're mentally aggressive. You're going to celebrate with your spirit team. Congratulations, Valian. This could be happening by air sign season, so maybe Aquarius season. You're going to realize you have some type of freedom, or you released something that was toxic or had you fixated on a situation. You also could have been waiting on some type of adventure or somebody to charm you, and they may make the decision to do so. It's like, oh, okay, well, I was waiting on this person to speak up or to say or to get some type of inclination that they're interested in you. They are curious. They're just trying to figure out a way to come towards you. All right, something that's not worth the risk when it comes to love. Who is this? So this could definitely be a fire sign. And maybe you already recognize something about this person, but you were actually just curious to say, okay, well, maybe they came back to send me another message, or maybe they're wanting to come and talk, or, you know, maybe we can just see if they came back again. Maybe this person is a part of your cycle. Absolutely not. You're going to end up sacrificing yourself. This also could be somebody that's younger than you. And maybe that's what their burden was, or that was an issue that you're like, okay, well, maybe I can ignore it. No, don't ignore it. It's not worth the risk. Then maybe they're doing something, or they're with someone that they can't come back from. Yeah, they are. They're with someone who's manipulative. They could be with an air or fire sign. Somebody around does want the best for you. Somebody that definitely loves you. This could be a fire sign. Maybe they're going to help you achieve something. They have some type of burden right now when it comes to something, a situation that they're in, but they may help you achieve something or give you an idea so that way you're ambitious to achieve it for yourself. Somebody may give you some type of inspiration or some type of spark to get something done. All right. Overall, I feel like that's good. Give me your follow-up yes or no question. It doesn't have to be related. Oh, please no. Okay, good. I'm glad you know who it is. Give me a yes or no question. It doesn't have to be related. It can be related to anything that you want it to be. Somebody could definitely want to sleep with you. It's not the earth sign that you should give into. It's not the air sign either. It may be another air sign that you end up giving it up to, or a fire sign. So it's not the first air sign or the first earth sign that comes towards you. Okay. Is it a Leo that's going to try to come around Aquarius season? No. They're going through some type of imbalance right now that they're going to have their strength in or their power for when it comes to their work or something that they're learning. So it's not them. Okay. All right, let's see. Did I have anybody else that sent in? Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. I'm going to log into both of them. All right, check. Somebody may need to get something checked, or there's a to-do list. There's a task or something that needs to get done before a certain date. Okay. Sagittarius, yeah, I'm going to post this, so if you missed your timestamp from earlier, you can go back and watch it on YouTube. Give me a couple of hours. It should be posted. I got to download it first. You're welcome. You sent in? Okay, let me refresh it because I don't think I've seen it. Oh, wait, because I know sometimes you be sending it to the other one. Let me log into the other one. Let's see. Are we doing a reading or are we doing okay, cool. Let's do a confirmation message. All right. You could be traveling soon. Your sleep schedule could be off, or something could be waking you up in the middle of the night. Either you're meeting a doctor, you're going to the doctor, or something about the Dominican Republic. Maybe you're going out the country. There's a water sign who was knowingly a third party. Oh, let's see. Who was their third party to? Let's get nosy. Who was the water sign a third party to? Oh, I didn't even mean to grab that. So something must not have been that great. Something could have not been that great with this experience. It's like, ew. Who was they the third party to? This could have been to an earth sign or an air sign that you were dealing with. All right, somebody could be having a late delivery, or maybe somebody's pregnant and their doctor is getting there late. It's like, oh my goodness, they could be stressed out about a situation. You may need to lay something to rest, okay? You do have time. Time's not up when it comes to a situation. There may be somebody around you that you consider a pervert. Who is a pervert? This could be an Aquarius, a Pisces, a Gemini, or a Virgo. They could have been dealing with a Gemini, a Pisces, Aquarius, or a Virgo. Maybe even a Libra. You're going to find somebody to be a pervert. What's up with this Gemini? Somebody could be pregnant if they're a feminine. Or you may know a Gemini who every time that they get pregnant, they either have a health issue to where it doesn't go to full term, or they choose not to go to full term. It could be somebody that was in education, or they have some type of they were in some type of system. They had some type of job, and that also ended as well. They could be trying to investigate what they need to do in order to heal. Something could be going on with this Gemini's body. And maybe they feel like you have some type of missed opportunity, or you're unfocused on them. Because you won't send them a message, or you won't reach out to them, or you won't do something. And they feel like, okay, well, you're impulsive when it comes to this friendship. Somebody feels like all of a sudden they're going through something and they feel like you should have been a better friend because they're going through a situation. Why are you not talking to this person? You need to get in your business. Why are you not talking to whoever this is? You're ignoring them on purpose. You feel like you have new goals, or you went into a new direction. You were moving forward. It's like, okay, well, I got to take action and ignore anybody that you feel like is codependent and or insecure. So you feel like this person fed into unnecessary drama and or that they had some type of arrogance to them. And you're like, yeah, I'm trying to cooperate, or I'm trying to release some type of tension with my lifestyle. So you left somebody alone. Okay. You may know somebody who's pregnant now. Who's pregnant now? This could be a Virgo, a Libra, or this Gemini. And they could be in their head because they feel like there's some type of judgment, or there's some type of decision that they need. There's some type of support that they need, and they feel exhausted by trying to ask for it and or get it. It's like, okay, I know I'm going to have to go to court. I know I'm going to have to do certain things in order to get what I need. And they feel like whoever it is that they got pregnant by is unstable, and they don't have the finances, or they don't see the value in dealing with this person anymore. All right, so you have time. You feel like time's up when it comes to a situation, but it's not. What is this about? So if this is about something that you're trying to balance your emotions for, give it into Aquarius season, Pisces season. You'll have your confidence back. You won't be in your emotions about it, okay? You're coming back into reality. You don't need to invest in something that you already know is bullshit. But maybe you feel like you're stuck in a situation, or you're not really sure how something's going to pan out. So it's like you're ready to go into something that's going to be a broken promise, even if this is like a bad career or job. Okay. All right. That was your confirmation message. Anybody else that I missed before I hop off? I may try to come back on later, but I may not. You know how I do. You know how I do. Anybody else? Let me make sure before I go. To hop off again. I may be back later. I may not. If not, I'll see y'all when I see you. You're welcome, love. Thank you for being here. I'm about to clean up, and I'll talk to y'all later.